Then I'm back with you. What it take, get me back to the truth. Every day, every mistake just leads me back to you. I know you take me for a goddamn fool. Think that I'm foolish now. Wait till I'm back with you. Till I'm back with you. Till I'm back with you. I know you take me for a goddamn fool. Think that I'm foolish now. Wait till I'm back with you. I'm writing this right beside you. I guess I'm hoping it might remind you. You're afraid you're wasting your life. Never seen anyone so happy. Back when I had no family, back when I had a personality. I remember when we used to dance, but years have passed and I forgot you left. We've been through this before. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I guess I wasn't living in the moment like you wouldn't notice. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. Only one more time, thinking no one else. 'Cause I'm so fucking tired of being around myself. I'm checking in at a hotel, thinking that the worst is all behind you. I'm trying to remind you, we used to be friends. What could have happened if we never met? We used to be more than that. What could have happened if I never left? Everything we've said, everything done, it feels like a rerun. How do we let this go unsaid? We're alone and we share a bed. We've been through this before. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I guess I wasn't living in the moment like you wouldn't notice. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. We've been through this before. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I guess I wasn't living in the moment like you wouldn't notice. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. We used to be friends, at least that was back then. We used to be more than that, but you fell in love with a broken heart. We've been through this before. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I guess I wasn't living in the moment like you wouldn't notice. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. We've been through this before. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I guess I wasn't living in the moment like you wouldn't notice. Oh, it feels just like a rerun. And I still remember when you and I would dream all night. How'd we get in this position? Following our intuition. I'm older and wiser, maybe I lost track of time. I'm still young enough to hate you, Caroline. Caroline, you drive me crazy, oh, but I don't mind. Here's what I'm saying: you can love me and leave me and then take me out with the trash. When I say I've been there, I'm lying through my teeth, you know. It's a ballpark estimation. Same train, different station. You're older, wiser, maybe
Bingus. How are we doing? My binguses. Hello, Drake, Wildcat, Diffusion, Photic, all the coolest people. All the coolest people are here. All of them. Every single one of them. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Also, I'm here. Is my camera pointed upwards? My camera's pointed upwards. Let's move it down a flubber. There we go. Hello, gamers. Hello, gamers. How are we gaming? How are we gaming tonight? Caroline. Is it still... Should I just be sitting up more straight, or is my camera still pointed upwards? I think my camera is still pointed upwards. Okay. You good now? Camera? Camera? If it's like slowly gonna go back up again, isn't it? You'll... There you go. It did it. It did it. That wasn't me. It did it. It's gonna keep doing that. Whatever. Whatever. Did it? Just do it again. Camera? Camera, please? Anyway, how are we doing? We're gonna talk about science again. We're just kind of gonna be waiting for wheat, as is tradition. Okay. Why is my camera being weird? I'm sorry, but I need to... This is gonna annoy me every time there's a hair on my hand. I'm gonna have to fix this. Okay. Hello? Oh, I think it's because I updated the thing and it is doing like a weird... Oh, I need to fix that actually. I think I'm the same audio as usual. I'm in the yellow and on OBS. So I think I'm just as loud as I usually am, maybe? That's pointed 2 down. Okay, now we need it to go up. Okay. Is this better? We'll figure it out. I'm new at streaming, by the way. This is my first time streaming. I am, by the way. I don't know if you were aware. Don't know if you were aware, but I've never streamed a day in my life. So yeah, I hope that's cool with you all. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What's poppin', chat? How have you all been up to, huh? Have you done anything interesting? My audio balance has my mic like slightly softer than like the Yogscast channel as a reference, but overall still okay, just boost master volume. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I can boost it, I don't know. I can just talk, I can boost my mic actually, but that will also boost. Problem is I don't really want to boost my mic because that also boosts other mic sounds. I've turned it up a tiny slightly bit now. I don't know. You figure it out, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. If I'm quiet, turn the stream up. Just turn everything up, you know? You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway. How's everyone doing? What's everyone up to? What are all my binguses up to? But yeah, you'll now hear this even louder than you already do. If I type, but you know what? That's fine. I don't think we had any new questions this week, or I just didn't look. It could be both, but I don't remember there being any new ones. Puny laptop speakers couldn't go any louder if a streamer balanced their audio to a master volume too low. Yeah, okay, I get that. It is annoying, but yeah, I don't know. How are you doing, Drake? There was a question 3 days ago. Well, then I did not remember. I did not remember that. I felt like there were no new ones. Oh yeah, no, I did look at that actually. That was a really cool question. Actually, that was a really cool question. I can add it. I can add it live. We're adding it live because I like it. What is this show? Well, you'll see. We've not started yet, but every week, unless we don't do it, but most weeks on Wednesday, Weeters9 and I have a show where we talk about science things. So if you have any questions about science, any whatsoever, or not even science, just general questions even, post them on my Discord or tweet them at me, and we will put them on a wheel and we will talk about them. But we are uncertain about the accuracy of our answers, which leads to the thing. Can we spin for cake? Is this not season 2? It is season 2, but it's also episode 14. You know? It's like the episode counter keeps going up, but we're in season 2 now. And the only thing that's changed is our layout, I guess? I don't know. Oh, death. Oh, this is such a fucking banger. Okay, I'm sorry. We need to... Exactly, Drake. See, you get it. You get it. Did I add... Okay, I need to add it to the wheel as well. Oh yeah, Wheat's own question I didn't add. I should probably add that because we will want to talk about that. We'll just add these while we wait for Wheat because Wheat's not there yet. Anyway, I think he might be. Can you see that on my screen? When I do a snip, can you see that on my camera? That's really weird. That's really weird. Why does it do that? That's very strange. Whatever. Really, what does she know? Oh, I need to call this. There we go. Anyway, keep saying things, chat, because I'm just, as usual, doing admin. as every time this happens, doing admin that I should have done before the stream. Keep saying things, quick. Quick, chat, quick. I swear. I need to have more specific names for these questions because there's a question already called black hole, and we posed a question that was regarding black holes as well, so now we just had two black hole questions and that was confusing. We can't, no, I don't want to do black hole 2. I don't want to do black hole 2. I'm sorry if you can hear the plane, by the way. Can you see this? Or is this not a thing you can see? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, after this one we'll check if Wheat is live yet. And then once Wheat is back... Well, I'm assuming Wheat is live at this point, right? There's no way Wheat isn't live right? There we go. I thought Wheat would be live yet. I'm doing admin, Wheat. I'll call you in literally 2 seconds, okay? By the time you see this, I'll be calling you. So, I guess you hear this? Whatever. I'm calling you, okay? You probably... I don't know. Exactly. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm filtering things around. I need to actually get myself a drink, so I'm not quite ready. But I nearly
Well, then why
am.
the fuck are you shouting at me, huh? What's that
Because
about?
I
Huh?
figured you'd be a
I
while
need
yet.
to put on this. I'm not a while. I'm.
What?
Redox. I don't know what I'm saying.
What? There you go. Welcome. That's the quality that's coming. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
going to show music. What?
Hold up.
I'm
Cambridge
holding.
University Astronomy are doing a live stream
What the
on
fuck?
on fast radio bursts
Where is this?
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, say hi to Dominion as well. Very important. Does Dominion have
Oh.
a name? Can you give me a link to that? Wait.
Sure.
Let's,
there you go.
Let's go to this scene. There we go. Wheat is very low quality today, but that's fine.
Oh. Nice. Nice.
Okay.
I've got a minute to wait.
Oh, crikey.
I have a minute to wait.
If I just share the screen, you can watch it come up.
Shall we just watch this? Are we
Yeah.
Are we allowed to watch this?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Can we just watch that on on? Is it legal? I feel like there's something that doesn't allow. I don't think Wheat said "Oh crikey." I think that was a person on the live stream. Jay.
No, I was
Trying
very
hard
nice.
to get
I don't
that
say
you?
oh crikey,
wasn't me.
Jesus.
get a picture with a single
Wow,
shot.
what a thing.
Nearly there.
Hmm.
This is a perfect stream. Honestly, this is perfect. We can look at this.
Someone
It's so
just
cool.
go there and post in their chat to check out
Yeah.
Redoxed on Twitch for more science.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
There we go.
Don't do that. Oh, I
Right,
realized
that's
that.
good.
Wow.
I think whatever.
So this is the unstretched image.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, there we go. Brian and David are very happy with what they found. So there we go. Everyone has a choice today. They can watch Brian and David or Redoxed and Wheat.
I mean, who's more interesting? These two old
Who
guys
actually has
or
correct
the two of
answers
us?
to questions
I
as well?
mean, we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about who has correct answers.
I
Okay,
believe so.
This
Yeah.
is
Talk about that.
man. I beg your pardon. This
Maybe.
Is
Maybe we do.
M43, the little
we
lump.
definitely
if I
maybe have
And the Minion,
Well,
of course, as my mum
The
points
Minion-
out. The
yeah,
Minion.
this is true. We do
I will,
have a
take
Minion
another
over
shot,
here, which
but
I mean
a short exposure.
helps a lot.
Oh, did you hear that? They just said it take another shot. So they're doing an astronomy drinking game, clearly.
Dog. Okay.
I'll
I'll drink to that with my water.
M43, and everybody overlooks it.
Brilliant. I'm sure that's what they said.
I heard it. Take another shot. I think they weren't talking about drinks, but you know.
Of course they were.
No, they definitely were.
40 light years across.
Of course they
40
were.
light years
But
across.
the,
How?
the,
They're
How-
using
the
Nina.
reason it's so important
Nighttime
Redox, I'm
imaging
cons-
and astronomy.
I'm concerned about what part of my screen you're showing on stream.
they've recently done some
What?
Like,
research.
That's
on,
meant to be my
the
paint window, right?
carbon
This one.
dioxide
Yeah, why is that not? Why is that one not live? The other one is. It's the same browser source. What the fuck? How has that happened? Wait, I'll see if I can fix it. It says you're offline on that one. What? Let me
I was gonna
interact.
say you're displaying my my back soon screen.
Can I, like- How do I
into
refresh this
the
one?
main
What if
bulk
I?
of the cloud which houses M42?
How do I?
And what it's done, it's compressed the gas, and that's what's started.
Yeah, I've refreshed
to
it.
form
Now it's gonna be.
formation
There you go.
in The Orion Nebula.
It works now.
So without that collision of M43,
Is anyone interested in what these people are saying?
Yes, I'm listening.
see the Orion Nebula.
Did you not? Did you hear that?
The star forming
Something
process
collided
wouldn't
with
have
something in the
started.
Orion Nebula, which has compressed the gas there, and is what's causing the star formation to happen. I missed what it was. It was, I think it was called M83 or something.
But it is quite important considering what it's doing.
Quite important.
Yeah, considering what it's doing. I like to think we're all quite important considering what we're doing.
The gas starts to form into
Considering what we're
lumps,
doing.
and the lumps
Okay.
That's the key
gradually
part of that
condense down
sentence.
into,
Sure. Yeah.
stars, and that's why we've got
This is a great stream, by the way. I hope
and the
everyone's
trapezium
very
is
excited
just
about this.
big
Yeah.
stars.
Look at the way they're showing everything that they're doing in
There are
a
hundreds of
better
others
version of
smaller stars.
nighttime
Some of
imaging
them
and astronomy
so young,
2.0.
they've still got
Yeah, it's Nina.
gas clouds
Yeah.
around them.
Did you think,
they're
because it's
called
nighttime imaging
They're
and
sort of
astronomy, did you think they just
solar systems?
put
I think
Yeah,
I
to
think
make
they
the
really
name.
worked hard on that acronym.
This
They
cloud
really just
It
wanted
was-
a name
charged
there.
to the other
It
one.
was going to be
About
Nia
3
or
million
Nia.
years ago.
Yeah.
Nia.
Could have been
As far as,
could have been Nya, but
astronomy's
instead it
concerned.
was
But no.
Nina.
And again, we've got another
Unbelievable.
finger of
Yeah.
material.
Oh,
going
well.
over
Finger of
the
material.
Orion
Oh,
Nebula.
Can you believe it?
There's
Oh my goodness,
sort
I
of
could
a
actually
bite
time my
out of
latency
it.
to match
Yeah, there.
your
That's,
stream coming through on it. If
denser
I go
piece
back
of
in the live
gas
stream far enough.
True, and then you can
that's
What,
creating
listen
a
to-
silhouette over
I can
and watch
well
through
no,
my
it's
stream
just
live
that
this cavity has been blown
Uh,
out
my stream of
by
your
the
stream will then be in
brightest
sync with my
star
audio.
of the trapezium. So it's
I
like looking
see,
into the
I
bite
see,
of
yeah,
an
that's a
apple.
good point. What if you also share yours,
Okay.
and then yours will be in time for
That's,
your
Oh,
stream?
I went-
and
I
mine
went
will-
too far back, I think.
This is
I can't tell.
real
Okay.
live
It's impossible.
observing, if you like. I'm changing the camera parameters
Yeah.
as
Real
we're
life
watching.
observing.
Take another shot. So I'm reducing the exposure
Okay, a
time
new
at the
picture.
moment.
It's completely
this is
impossible. I think
43,
somehow
And we
you're
just
actually
see
ahead
the
of my
big-
stream.
and the trapezium is now coming into view.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This
you
is
are. You're
exposure
definitely
time.
ahead.
There we are.
There we go.
That means
it's
yeah.
the bright
Okay,
one at
brilliant.
the top.
Never mind.
That one.
That one?
No.
Take another shot.
Go. that one.
Take
That's
another
the-
shot. Everyone drink.
The biggest
Right,
star that has
Wait, I need to
formed
actually get my
of
drink.
many hundreds
Yeah,
in
go
the
get
That was the wrong one.
And
That was
that's
the wrong one.
star that has blown out
Uh,
the gas cloud, made this cavity that we're looking into.
hang on.
And it's
Hang
the
on.
cavity is
I-
illuminated by all the stars. So
No.
that's a cracking shot.
Aha.
This is
there
just
you
5
go.
seconds coming up.
It's really hard to tell if I've turned my camera off or
Yeah,
not
we-
because I just reappear immediately
Yeah.
afterwards.
True.
Of course, when
It's
Galileo,
fine.
we
You're-
can see all
Right,
four.
It's
I'm
no one
gradually
ever noticed
migrating
if you
down.
Galileo
disappear.
first turned his telescope.
Oh yeah,
Stay
no
there
one's gonna
for-
know.
His-
They'll just
his
hear me
optics
gradually
so
getting
that
further
you can
away.
see 3 stars.
Yeah, as long as you don't
Even
say
with a
anything.
pair of
They also
binoculars,
see you zoom
will
in
see
really
the-
weird, but that's
if you can
fine.
hold your
You
And then
really
the
need to
tap
put
goes
something
off.
on that
Them
wall
against the
behind you,
wall.
so that every time that happens, it like
It
zooms
will
in
show
on the wall.
gas
What? You
cloud
just want me to pin
and,
the minion to the wall?
Yeah.
finger of material.
Yeah, you should. You
silhouetted
should. I think that'd be
against
good.
it. So
I
it,
think that'd
will
be
give you a pair of
Yeah, that'd
binoculars
work.
will give you quite a good view
I'll see what I can think
of
of. I'll see like
the
yeah.
Orion
you know,
Nebula.
maybe I'll get
Right, we're
dis-
running
no, I
out
can't
of
express
time,
it.
so as one of our telescopes has died, I think we'll call it a day.
One of them's died.
I'd just
Oh,
like
no.
to say thanks
Oh
to
no!
They're ending.
Mick,
Well,
Jonathan
perfect.
and David, and we'll hand you back to Matt.
Oh no, they're going to someone else.
Yeah, thank you, Mick, Jonathan, and David, as Brian
Right,
said.
Matt, I don't care about you, Matt.
What could this talk be? Oh yeah, fuck
Nope.
you, man.
Fuck you, Matt. I'll keep it open.
What
but-
the fuck has happened to me?
What do you mean? This is what you look like, This is what you look like. I mean,
No.
Right, what's the problem?
There we go. I'm back. I was always here. Right. Anyway,
Do you like what I did?
let's ditch Matt. Hang on, I need to get my music playing. That's what I was going to do until I saw that was happening.
Like what I did to... Oh, I think they ended. Yeah, I
What?
think they actually ended. Because
Oh.
the thing just stopped. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
So, shall we get into what we usually do, which is fumble about and
Sure.
try to answer questions?
Sounds about right.
Or do you have any?
I'm
any
ready to
stories
fumble about.
any princes or something to talk about? Why did that happen? Why did? I didn't
Hmm?
say that. I didn't say you could disappear. It's fine.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Right,
do you like
brilliant.
do you like what I did to your eye?
Yeah, I've got a black hole for an eye.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
you're
see what happens
always
to my
looking
other
at-
one.
I was looking at black holes and stuff, so it makes sense.
I've got a lazy black hole eye.
I kind of put it where you're.
Kind of.
Where your
Kind
eye
of,
was.
indeed.
Kind of. I didn't really angle it very well, but I tried my best.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've just realised that there's something under my bed covers which is causing a lump to appear. I'm pretty sure it's my pajamas, but
there's
who knows?
there's someone in there.
There's someone there. They're not allowed to move for the next 3 hours.
Okay, let's see what we get. I added a few extra right now, just now. I added your question as well that you added last week.
Yep.
Okay, here's a question that none of us are going to be able to answer because
It's the question none of us wanted.
it's about Metal Gear Solid or whatever.
Oh, brilliant. I
Um,
can actually answer those.
No, it's not. It's about MSG, which is it sounds like MGS.
Metal
but
Solid
it's-
Gear.
Yeah. Why does MSG make stuff taste good? It's a reference to that one dude who does cooking and loves MSG, and I don't know what it is.
Yes, that
Why
one dude.
Yeah, we all know. We all know.
That's the only
I
thing
don't remember
to
their
do
name.
with MSG.
Why is MSG? Wait. When you like to
Old.
know. Well,
Well, yeah, I
Here's
would
a-
actually.
thing. MSG is a flavor enhancer commonly added to Chinese food, canned vegetables, soups, and processed meats. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has classified MSG as a food ingredient that's generally recognized as safe. But its use remains controversial, Monka. Oh shit, it's monosodium glutamate. Oh, here we go. We're getting into the nitty-gritty now.
It's like Marmite powder.
Is it?
Not really. Well, sort of. In that it's umami, and Marmite is umami, and therefore it tastes horrible on its own. But you can add it to things, and that makes it taste good.
Sure.
Interesting. It seems to be something that has been used for a while. It's just only recently come over to the Western world. So all this popularity that's coming around it is just recent discovery so much. Kind of like KFC in Asia. KFC going the other way.
KFC's not well, I mean, I guess it's a recent thing compared to like bread.
In
or
Asia, I
something.
mean. In
Well, even
Asia.
in Asia, I mean, it's not that.
Yeah,
like-
but okay, not anymore. It's not, but it's like that. I couldn't think of an example of
What?
something that
You didn't
we've
need
had
an
for
example.
ages.
We
Yeah, I
understand.
did. I did. I need to make it easy to understand for the plebs.
It didn't help. If anything, it confused people more.
No, it didn't. You confused people. I made it clear.
Sure.
The median lethal dose of MSG is between 15 and 18 grams per kilogram of body weight in rats and mice. 5 times that of normal salt.
Okay,
So,
so you can have more MSG than salt.
Yeah, before you die.
Okay.
Where's the controversy of this?
It's
A popular belief is that
Naturally
MSG can
into
cause
nature.
headaches and other feelings of discomfort, but blinded tests have found no good evidence to support this.
wow. Great. We love when there's no evidence for a claim, because that's all we do as well.
Well, that's how science works, you know? Absence of evidence in this case is evidence, because you're testing to see your null hypothesis is MSG is unsafe to eat and causes discomfort in humans. And then you do a test and you find in a blind test, MSG found no Well, what? MSG found no evidence. That's right. MSG tested itself on humans and found that it did not kill them.
That's very nice of it.
Yeah, it's an interesting looking chemical. What is it? Monosodium glutamate,
Yeah. So
also
it's got,
known as sodium glutamate. Brilliant.
got-
Thank you for saying the mono part.
It makes
So what is it?
It makes it sound cooler, you know? Because SG... Who mean SG sounds boring, you know? Unless there's like a 1 behind it, then it's a cool sci-fi show.
Hang on a sec. Is it just a hydrocarbon with ammonia on it? What's NH2? NH2 is ammonia, right?
Yes?
By which I mean sodium and hydrogen. Sodium
What?
plus
N is not
hydrogen.
sodium. N is,
That's true, it's nitrogen.
nitrogen. Na is sodium.
Yeah. Okay, it's not sodium hydride. What is it then? NH. Well, that's no good. I can't just
NH3
Google
is-
NH.
No, Na. I don't remember. Why
Well,
are we
yeah, it
talking
must
about
be
this?
NH3 because. Well, I'm curious what it is because. Oh, yeah, it is ammonia. It is ammonia. That's nice.
Yeah, NH3 is ammonia. NH2 is ammonia without an H. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an ammonia molecule bonded onto a hydrocarbon, basically. Boop. Shit, that didn't work.
Boop. Nice, good, nice black square there. That's
That
incredible.
didn't work at all. Fuck, now it's a bigger black square.
Why?
It was meant to
why?
be. It was meant to be sodium, whatever, monosodium glutamate. There we go. Why is it giving everything a black border? Ta-da! Monosodium.
I've had this on the screen for like half an hour already, so like
Oh.
this has been on my screen for like this whole time. What are you
Oh.
talking about?
Well, there we go. There's a different one.
Like both of these. So what it
Didn't you
was-
want 2 pictures of it, for goodness sake?
Sure, yeah, that's definitely what they wanted. Anyway, why does it make things taste good is the real question. So why? It's got a highly pleasant taste until it is combined with a savory aroma.
No, the opposite of what you just said. You just
Not-
said
oh, sorry,
it has a highly. You just said it has a highly pleasant taste
read
until
after-
you combine it.
Yeah, I read.
It tastes great
I read
on its
from
own.
Have, so it says have a highly pleasant taste until it's combined with a savory aroma. But the part in front of it said is reported
It does
to not.
not.
So we did kind of miss the part. Don't be mean. The basic sensory function is.
Look, you said
attributed
something that wasn't even uncertainly accurate. You said the literal opposite.
to- Yeah. So
I can only abide things which match the title.
this is true. This is true. The optimum concentration varies by food. In clear soup, the pleasure score rapidly falls with the addition of more than 1 gram of MSG per 100 milliliters. Here you go. It's the basic sensory function of MSG is attributed to its ability to enhance savory taste active components when added in the proper concentration. So it enhances the tastes of the food, so it's good with most foods.
Yeah, and it's specifically nice because it specifically enhances savory things, which is, well, a lot of things that you
Most,
eat.
yeah.
So essentially, meat. Yeah, that's that's pretty much
That's
it.
It's so
That's the
many
main.
things.
That's the
Essentially
main
meat.
selling point.
No,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of savory things. People know what the word savory means. It's fine. You don't have to explain.
Yeah, but
they don't,
you know, we have to go into the popularity. We're not doing science anymore.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
talking
It's all about
consumerism.
Science. Oh my god. Okay.
We're talking
Anyway,
consumerism.
unless people have more questions about MSG, I think we're good and we can go on because Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
there's not really much to say about
There
MSG.
isn't much to say.
It's salt, but it's different than salt because it enhances flavor in a different way, which makes it good.
Yeah, it's a different kind of salt.
Yeah. Which bears the question, what other kind of salts are there? I mean, obviously, sugar. But sugar's not really a salt, because sugar doesn't so much enhance as impart a flavor of its own.
Oh, you're not talking
No,
chemically
what other
kinds of salts are there. You're talking...
Yeah, I mean, what
other
other flavor
things can you add
enhancers?
to food?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. I don't know. We're chef.
Chef?
I don't know. Chef?
Tell us all about tomato ketchup.
Not ketchup. I am not a fan of ketchup, I will say. I like it in, you know, small doses, but it's too sweet. Ketchup's just very sweet.
That's why you pair it not with sweet things.
Yeah, but
Pair it with
it's
salty
too-
things like
There's
ham.
too much ketchup. Like a little bit of ketchup is just to a lot of something else, and it just everything tastes like ketchup. It's horrible. I hate it. I don't.
Interesting.
I don't like ketchup. I feel
Interesting.
Like ketchup has a very overwhelming taste.
Maybe you need different kinds of ketchup, because
Maybe.
there's different amounts of tomato per 100 grams depending on your brand of ketchup.
That
And
is true, and probably also
if we
different
go
amounts
with
of sugar.
yeah, if we go with the most popular one, which is Heinz, that has actually quite a low amount of tomato per 100 grams, whereas some others have more.
Well,
For instance, I
Maybe
think Branston
I
tomato
just want
ketchup
mayonnaise because
has
it's better.
150 grams of tomatoes per 100 per tomato. My mum will know a lot about this.
Spinning the wheel. I do not care about your ketchup.
My mum will know a lot about this because I went through a phase when I was young.
What, of
Where?
liking ketchup?
No, where we had two different types of ketchup, right?
Temperature. Okay, the next
For
question is
some
temperature.
foods, Branston was better, and for others, Heinz was better.
Okay. Temperature. In a substance that's at a constant temperature, would all the molecules be traveling at the same speed, or would some travel faster than others? If the latter, how big would the disparity be between the slowest and fastest molecules, and why does this happen in the first place? Okay. Wait, take it away.
No. Temperature is
No,
just
I won't.
yeah, that's what I meant. Temperature is just averages. Like the energy of the molecules is going to be bouncing around off each other too much because they're constantly colliding and imparting their energy to each other. So I don't know how big the disparity would be, but it would be on average. Like you would have some, well, in certain solids, it would be vibration of the particles rather than the collisions of them. Same thing in liquids, really. Essentially, the particles would be moving at different amounts, and they would have different amounts of energies. But on average, you would have this. So if you're in a gas, say, okay, let's put that a different way. If you're in a hot room, what's happening when you feel the temperature is what you feel is the amount of energy being basically imparted into your body. What you feel when you feel temperature isn't temperature, it's the change of temperature, which is why when your hand is cold and you put it under a hot tap, it feels a lot hotter than it does if your hand was warm. You can have a freezing cold hand, put it under a freezing cold tap and not feel anything, because what you feel
That's
is
because
change of
if
temperature.
your hand's cold, your hand is numb.
If you have a very hot hand and put it under a hand of the same water of the same temperature,
Well, at that point,
it will.
the neurons have probably like burned off, so you don't.
Essentially, what you'd feel is heat transfer, not heat, which is why if you're in a room where metal has reached the temperature of the room, you will feel that metal as being colder than the room because it can transfer energy to you quicker than the air can. When these molecules flying around in the air hit you, they impart some of their energy onto you, and because there's so many of them, it doesn't really matter what the individual ones are. It's just the average of them that you feel. Because these collisions are happening all the time. Wave your arm through the air and you've hit billions of them. Probably not billions. Hundreds of millions, maybe billions.
I think billions could be.
Probably billions, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think though. Air can be quite loose. I've got mole in my head, which is, what is
I
it?
mean,
Oh no, mole is like times 10 to 37, isn't it? Billions of them.
24, isn't it?
A lot.
10 to 20.
Either way, billions of them.
Maybe? I don't remember.
More than billions of them. Trillions.
A lot.
Google
Who
boxes.
cares? Well,
Googled.
why are you
can't remember
still
what it
saying
is.
numbers?
Because I
What is
realized my
happening
number
is,
was far too
in the
small.
gas or in the substance, all the molecules are all moving at different speeds, and in the gas, the temperature that you feel is the average of all the 23. There you go.
Thank you, Dominosh.
Of all the molecules hitting you, and by hitting you, they're transferring energy to you. So if something's warm, they're transferring energy to you. And you're gaining energy, and that is how you feel the temperature. So you feel that as a temperature, but on a small scale, that is just a bunch of different molecules. And yeah, some are going quicker, some are going slower. They're definitely not going all the same speed. But on average, if you take all of those molecules together, on average, they will have a one average speed that will,
One average energy, one average
yeah,
temperature.
energy that will be linked to that temperature. Because if you looked at all the molecules and you looked at their average speed, they'd have a kind of bell curve around like the one that is your temperature, the temperature of the room, or the temperature of the substance, I guess, right? And yeah, there'd be outliers. Sure, there'd be a few that are like going way quicker, they're just zooming.
Yeah.
And a few that are just like barely moving, maybe. But together they're all, on average just moving. What is the, like, I don't know, how big would the disparity be between the slowest and the fastest? That depends on just the conditions of the substance, really.
Yeah. How
if you've
quickly
got-
it heated or cooled to the point where it's at. Like, it would just be a bell curve. And bell curves, essentially, if you have an infinite number of particles, they'll never reach zero on either end of the scale. So essentially, any temperature is possible in this. It's just some are a lot less likely than others.
Yeah.
So yeah, like most of them will fall within a fairly tight range, I would expect. But obviously, you can have outliers. Like, I wouldn't expect there to be absolute zero or absolute hot in there, but they could be.
I think also
Particularly
depends
absolute
on-
zero.
It also depends on, because like a solid will have a more tighter amount of things, because in a solid just molecules can't move as much as in a gas. There's more options to move at different speeds, I presume.
Yeah,
So I
and
presume
in
the
a
bell
solid
curve
and a
of gas is
liquid,
more spread out than the one
Yeah.
of a solid. So
in a solid and a liquid in particular, all the molecules will be touching each other, so they can essentially constantly, like, conduct heat inwards, presuming they're being heated from the outside, of course, which they probably are. So yeah, liquids and solids can conduct to get a more even distribution of temperature. Gases, it's going to be a lot more random. So I would expect the bell curve to be essentially tighter for solids. So for instance, solid, the bell curve may look like this. That's not really a bell. Hang on. Let's redo that.
what is that?
The bell curve may be like that. Whereas in a gas, it may be like that.
No, it'd surely be the other way around.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God. So, in a solid, there's more chance that they're around the same speeds, whereas in a gas, the disparity will be larger, probably. This is all just speculation, of course, but I'm assuming, like, this makes sense, right? So,
Particularly
This
with
is-
my diagram next to it.
yeah.
Imagine being left-handed and then having to draw on a computer with a mouse in your right hand.
You don't have a left-handed mouse and a left-handed keyboard?
No, they don't exist. What are you talking
Yeah, they
about?
do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
A
do.
left-handed keyboard.
Yeah, they do.
Left-handed keyboard.
It's just a flipped around keyboard. I don't know. Maybe you use your left hand and then like I don't know your arrow keys if you're playing a game or whatever. You know. I don't know. Why does it not exist?
I mean, I could. I think you just switch hands. To be honest, you move the mouse to the other side and you use your middle finger for the left click. But you know, like I do that sometimes. Sometimes
You
I'll
always
turn
use your
around.
middle finger for the left click. What are you talking about?
What are you
Do
talking
use, like, Your
about?
thumb and your what?
No, I use my index finger. What are you talking about?
Oh wait, for your left click. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was thinking. Yeah. Sorry. I'm being an idiot. I was like, what? I always use my middle finger for my right.
I was
click.
gonna say, what
What are you
what kind of
saying?
weirdo do you hold a mouse like? I was gonna say, do you hold a mouse like this? What's wrong with you?
I thought
No,
I thought you were holding it like this. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay.
Okay.
Well, it's fine.
Okay.
See, there
I
you go.
sometimes use my-
Domino shoes is their yeah.
I do
mouse with their left
sometimes.
hand.
I do sometimes. I mean,
Maybe
I don't,
that's why you're so bad at playing games with a keyboard and mouse.
that might be it.
Because you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Is that actually why? Maybe. Oh my
That
god.
might be it.
We figured something out today.
But I've used a
Maybe-
mouse
maybe
for my
not.
right hand all the time. We cracked as a lefty keyboard.
Right? That's why you use controllers all the time.
I use a controller because I was a
Oh,
console gamer
God,
until
'cause
like
you're console
24.
nerd.
So
see.
I can't change my ways now. I'm
Yeah,
too
you
old.
can. It's never too late. Wait, it's never
Yeah, it
too
is.
late. Anyway.
You're a console gamer because you're a lefty. No, because I'm old, Jay.
Same thing. Well, actually,
Yeah.
no. Usually, old people are lefties.
If anything, it's more common now.
There's a little political joke there for you.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Oh, wise. We're doing.
Wise. Here we go. It's speedrun time.
It is speedrun time. I think there's like 3 questions. Oh no, there's only 1 question. We never got any new wise questions. What the fuck?
Damn. Well, still no.
There's only one. Oh, still no. This is so sad. This is so sad. I can't believe this.
It's a shame.
Where's Wise?
It's a
Is Wise
real
here?
shame.
Wise, mod check. Wise.
Wise has run
Can do a
off.
little-
Wise didn't have any
little
questions
check
this
for
week,
Wise.
so Wise is
we need
busy
you
being
to
like,
come up with more questions, please.
no, it's not happening.
As we have
Doesn't-
MSG in his shorts.
I don't. Well, maybe.
I'll
I
be-
don't know. How much
kind
of a
of weird.
person is MSG? And does it count?
What? What are you saying? Stop speaking.
I'm just saying. I can't guarantee that there is no MSG in my shorts.
Is someone wearing your shorts?
No.
Well,
But,
then there's
you
not
know.
gonna be a person in your shorts, is there?
But there might be MSG in them.
Shut the fuck up. They're doing black hole. You're gonna be able to speak a lot. You better be happy.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Here comes my eye.
If you got sucked into a black hole due to time dilation, how quickly would you perceive yourself dying?
Oh, this is actually interesting. Get my question up as well, because this is actually related to that as
Oh,
well.
True. I forgot what this question was actually, but they're actually both.
We
both
can
black
do-
hole questions are
2 in 1.
accurate. Okay. Your question is. I put it as this one. So
It's a lot of different things. that I really enjoyed the answer to. Jay's lying, by the way.
Jay, that's all. Oh, Jay loves lying. True. That was very mean. I feel very bad when I said that. I'm sorry, Jay. Topic on screen is not MSG. I literally changed it. What are you saying? It literally says black hole. Okay. You wrote a thing about infinite time.
I did.
Jay, I'm pretty sure you're lying, Jay. That's not
Yeah.
right.
Anyway, to answer the first question, which is now the second question in the row, due to time dilation, how quickly would you perceive yourself dying? Time dilation would not have any effect on your perception of your own death. You would just die. However quickly you are moving towards the black hole is how quickly you would move and die.
How
Although
quickly would you die? Well,
it depends on the black hole. Big ones very quickly, smaller ones less. No.
But I mean, you say really quickly, but I mean, when are we saying what is happening in this scenario? Because there's a lot of different ones. So imagine you're getting sucked into a black hole. You're wearing a spacesuit, so you can breathe. You know that's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
So
The way that you die in a black hole is spaghettification.
the official term.
This is the official term, where the gravitational differences between the pull on parts of you nearest the black hole and the parts of you furthest away from the black hole is so different that you get turned into a string of atoms as everything gets pulled apart. So you start off as a man or a being or any object getting pulled into a black hole. I'm going to use me as an example just so I don't have to repeat every permutation of person on the way in. I could have just said
you
person.
could just say person.
Yeah, I
Person
didn't think of
always
that.
works.
Hang on, I can draw it. Here's
Bog? Hello,
here's
George.
me.
It's very
Hello.
good with meatballs. Yeah, actually.
it's me. And oh no,
Oh no.
I'm falling into a black hole.
That's a very okay, sure.
Hang on.
It's very white.
Where's the fill tool?
I don't know. What are you using?
Okay, change of plan. Hang on. Oh no, fuck, that didn't work. What's the internal thing?
What are you doing? What are you using? Paint?
Yeah.
just use, I don't know. Use
There
the
we go.
filter.
Aha! I'm
There's
falling
literally a
into
filter.
a black hole.
Now, yeah, literally a hole in the floor as well.
What a disaster.
Why is there a white border at the bottom?
Shut up. I honestly don't know. It shouldn't be there.
Oh, now it's doing a weird.
Oh fuck. Ah!
repeat of.
Hang on.
It's because the bottom of your. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't make the thing big enough. There we go. Okay, now it's a black hole. Oh no! It's a black hole.
Okay.
And I would fall towards it. And
Yeah, we need. Sorry, before you do that, why are you near a black hole? We need to be immersed completely. Why are you near a black hole?
so what's happened is I was on Earth, right? And we were beginning to die. And some old professor was saying that, who was working for NASA, who have gone underground and are a secret organization now, was saying that we need to understand quantum gravity to leave the Earth and live in the stars. And so I, being the greatest pilot the world has ever known, who also happened to once know NASA in my history at some point, randomly encountered them when my genius daughter brought down a drone and uncovered their coordinates through gravitational effects on sand. The old professor isn't called NASA. He looks a lot like Michael Caine, though. And so we went to NASA and thought we were going to die because we didn't know who they were. And then they convinced me to go into space with that crack crew to find a habitable planet through a wormhole that had appeared near Jupiter. So we got into a spaceship, and it began spinning, and off we went through the wormhole, and it was very interesting. And yeah, we went through that, and then we landed on a planet that was quite near to the black hole. We landed on it, and it was just a water planet with giant waves going around it, but we didn't realize this at the time, and we tried to grab the data, but unfortunately the data couldn't be saved, and one of our crew died trying to get back to the ship while dramatic music played. And then I, being an expert, took off, but it took a lot longer than we wanted. So while we were there for about an hour or so on the planet, when we got back up to our fellow crew member on the station, a like large number of years had passed from their point of view. And then we decided what to do next. So we went to another planet where another scientist had already been reporting from. We don't know how they got there. And they were saying it looks good.
There were
and so
preliminary mission by NASA, right, or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think that may have happened.
Come back, yeah. So they were like,
something like that.
We had to,
people. Yeah. We went to go and check on what they had found because they didn't have enough fuel to get back or something.
I remember. This, I was there
and
as well.
Yes, of course. And so we went to that planet that had very promising looking data, and Matt Damon was there, and he was saying, "Oh, sorry, I actually lied about it because I wanted to see people, and he stole our ship, but he didn't know how to lock into it correctly, so he broke it, and then I, being an expert pilot, span our ship at the same speed as the docking ship and performed this epic maneuver while more epic music played. I think it was by Hans Zimmer, not the music that's just come on my stream. Which one is this? Sorry. As I was saying that,
should I play epic music? I don't know.
As I was saying that, the Link theme came on. Do 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 do.
Epic music by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
and so yeah, we managed to do that, and then we had to get back, but we needed information about a black hole. So what I proposed was, well, I didn't tell my crewmate this, but I was going to drop myself and a droid into a black hole to pick up information to send back while she could get to a different planet. The drone was some kind of sentient being as well, but not quite. I'm not quite sure what they were, to be honest. They had a sense of humor, which was odd. Yeah, it's a sassy robot. That's the one.
I don't remember the sassy robot.
No, there was a sassy robot. You could change how sassy it was.
Anyway,
and yeah, continue. And then as we were flying away from the black hole, I dropped myself into it, and my memories on what happened next are hazy. But what should have happened is
would you say,
I'm falling.
Before this happens, would you say that you were kind of like between stars or something in a way while this was happening?
What?
Like a kind of, you were kind of like, like, if you'd say it in a Latin way, maybe like interstellar or something?
I mean, I was certainly in space.
I see. Okay.
I wouldn't say I was between stars.
Okay, so
but we were traversing
if we were to
space.
make a film of it, that wouldn't be a good title.
No, it wouldn't really make sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not really about that. Like, a title that might work better would be something like Gravity, but I think that may have been taken.
I see. No, I don't think that's taken. No, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a film like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, you're in space.
So what happens is
you're jumping into the black hole with your drone robot friend.
Yeah, and what should happen to me is like this. Oh no! Only I don't get wider.
Yeah.
It's more like so my legs would just bleh, 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 bleh. Only my arms don't go that long.
These sound effects are great. These are very
yes. I become a squid man. Although it does kind of depend, because interestingly, the faster a black hole spins, well, rapidly spinning black holes create an area around them where space-time itself is being pulled around. Can you tell us about the time you got stuck on Mars now? I could.
We'll do that in a second.
We'll see if it comes up later.
Yeah, maybe it will come up later.
You know, I need to save my stories for later. If there are any other life experiences you think I may have had that you want to hear about, just let me know.
Yeah,
Just let me know.
We can
Like,
talk
I remember one time I got given this ring that was quite odd, but that's a story for another time.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, you got spaghettified.
I got spaghettified and was dead. But
Somehow you
this is actually more common around small black holes. Larger black holes, it's not as much of an issue because the gravity change is less sudden, essentially. So the difference in forces on your head and your lower body are not as big. So if we presume, as per the questions, okay, how quickly would you perceive you dying? You would perceive your own death in real time. Although the universe around you would see moving faster than it would do otherwise. And as you get closer, it'd go faster and faster. Which leads into the question I had a while back about this. Because as the universe...
Before we say that, the question. The spaghettification, does that happen... That happens before you even reach the black hole, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So you get spaghettified, and then you kind of like get absorbed into the event horizon?
Yeah. Depending on the size. Like, really big, really fast spinning ones, you may reach the event horizon intact. Because spin and size decrease the essentially gravitational effects being put on you. Size, because it means there's less difference in the gravitational effects between two equally spaced points than it would be for a smaller black hole. Spin, for reasons that I can't explain off the top of my head, but there's some really complicated things about it where a really fast spinning black hole will generate a field around it where it's moving space-time around it as well. So if you were in there, it would be impossible for you to stay still because space-time itself is moving and you have to go along with it. It's a complicated idea that I can't really explain, but
That's kind of weird, yeah.
It does things.
There is a question in chat that we can explain though. That is, when you say black hole, what actually defines the edge? A black hole is defined as one singularity, right? But
the black hole is kind of defined as all of it because that idea came about before singularities and stuff. So a black hole is essentially the event horizon and singularity and everything to do with it combined. So when I say black hole, I mean up to the event horizon.
And then there's an event horizon that is the area where the light can't leave anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like from there and inside, the light can't leave. But
yeah, and it does very strange things with space and time, which we'll get onto. So yeah, the inside is weird. The inside is completely unknown to all of us. But in terms of right up to the edge, what happens is spaghettification and or death. And or time weirdness.
Pog. Right.
Pog indeed.
When you're in the event horizon, the universe will go through infinite time. However, the lifetime of a black hole is finite. As a black hole will die within the infinite amount of time you spend on the event horizon, you can actually go further into a black hole. And there's more, but that's actually a really interesting question.
It is, and I was delighted to see while I was Googling it that it is not a stupid question. There are actual articles about it. I was somewhat concerned I'd missed something.
There's no stupid questions.
And, you know, the answer does kind of make it seem like a stupid question. But also, you know, it
that
wasn't.
Doesn't matter. There's no thing as, like, stupid questions, you know?
Holy shit, there's been research. Exactly. It's almost like they studied this shit. So, essentially, you don't actually spend time on the event horizon. is the answer to this question. Well, I'll give some background about it first, I
Yeah.
suppose. So, the thought process between asking this was that so from an observer's perspective of someone watching you fall into a black hole, they would never see you enter the black hole. They would say you get closer and closer, gradually turning redder and redder and redder, which is because of Doppler shift. That's it. And that would happen. You'd get closer and closer, and then you would hover right on the event horizon for all eternity and gradually fade away. And that would be it. And that can lead. So that's happening because essentially the light that you're emitting is being pulled back by the black hole. So it's taking longer and longer and longer to get there, more so than just the distance. And when you reach the event horizon, the light has stopped. So a minimal distance away from the event horizon, that light is essentially traveling like incredibly slowly because it's only just got enough speed to get away from the black hole. So it takes all that time to actually go from you to the observer. You yourself have entered the black hole. It's just the light that you bounced off you or you
surely
emitted
for
as you were going in.
For you yourself, you just go in because, as you said earlier, with the other question of how do you perceive it, nothing changes for you, right? So surely for you just go in and there's.
Yeah, you do see
You
the
don't
universe
experience that.
speed up. You are experiencing some time dilation.
Well, yeah, okay, but not of
But
yourself. Right?
not, yeah. But
Okay.
so you see the universe speed up. So it does take you longer to fall in, but not as long as an outside observer is seeing. So because again, they're seeing both time dilated you going in, and also
just
the light being
infinite
pulled back.
light beams that are just being like moving slower and slower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have both effects, which is kind of what causes you to linger there forever, not what actually happens when you go in. So the question of this came about because when you travel at the speed of light and or experience speed of light style gravitational pull, you would effectively experience infinite amounts of time. It's why photons live forever. They travel at the speed of light. They don't have time. They don't perceive time. They just start somewhere, hit somewhere else. That's it. That's their life. There was no time involved in it. They started and ended at the same time from their point of view. So if you travel at the speed of light and also therefore sit on an event horizon, you also no longer have time. So you don't perceive it. You're there for all eternity. And that's it. That's your life. So how does this not happen? Because the question I got from this is, if infinite time goes by when you're on the event horizon, black holes don't live forever. So essentially, the black hole would die before you enter it. And therefore, how do things enter a black hole? Because things do enter a black hole. We know this. They increase in size. They must do. It can't just sit on the event horizon. And well, the answer to that is simple. Because when you reach the event horizon, you are having a gravitational effect because you have mass. And therefore, you move the event horizon to make it so you go past it. That's it. That's the answer.
Okay.
That's it. It's brilliant. I love how simple the answer is.
That's simple, also really weird.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
sure.
when you start going past the event horizon, you have a minimal effect on it that moves it around so that you don't just get stuck on it. Essentially, you expand it to envelop you and then you continue on into the black hole. That's the answer to that question about no, you can't just sit there. You can theoretically sit right on the edge of a black hole to go into the future in the same way that you could go very fast to go into the future. But in the same way that traveling at the speed of light is impossible for things with mass, sitting on the event horizon is impossible because you have an effect on the event horizon.
Right.
And then when you fall in, all sorts of weird stuff happens, which constantly gets described as time and space flipping and becoming each other. Time becomes space and space becomes time, which I, can't comprehend that. Not going to talk about it further. That's how it gets described.
But also, why is it described as that? I don't know.
Because, so the reason it's described as that is because when you are not in a black hole, the only thing that's certain is that you are going into the future. You can go to any place. Your destination in space is not determined, but your destination in time is fixed as you going to the future. When you go beyond the event horizon, the thing that is fixed is that you are going to the singularity. That is inevitable. So that becomes future. That space is your future now, guaranteed. Whereas time is no longer fixed. You could take any amount of time to get there. You could go anywhere. So that's why it becomes weird. It's because of the flipping of time being your
weird explanation of it. But
it is, but also it's how it gets described. It's essentially your fixed destination is how time is described. Time is described as where you inevitably have to end up, because you have to bear in mind it's time and space being the same thing when you look at it as a four-dimensional universe. It's space-time. It's not time and space. It's space-time. Yeah. So normally with that, it's like, hey, I'm going to the future. Can't stop. I'm off.
Can't stop.
And then when you go beyond the event horizon, hey, I'm going to the singularity. I'm off. Can't stop it. So yeah, that's.
But what if I can stop it?
Then you don't exist yet.
Then what? Huh?
Then
Checkmate atheists.
Checkmate atheists. If you can stop it, then yeah, we have no idea, because that if it turns out something can stop that, goodbye everything we know about the universe.
Well, okay.
We'll need a new theory. So everything I've just said is irrelevant.
It is anyway.
True. Could you use an elaborate system of mass projectiles to move the event horizon to any radius? I mean, you can make black holes bigger. Wouldn't recommend it. I don't see why you would do it. Well, okay, that's not true. I kind of see why you would do it. If you were dependent on a black hole that you needed to keep alive.
There doesn't need to be a reason to do something, okay? It can just be for fun. For science. To see if it... This is just... Could this happen?
Yeah, sure. Some omni-level civilization, galactic civilization, has decided to test this theory.
Fucking with a black hole.
And they go and find a suitably large star and throw it at a black hole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they need to do. Hello, I have my suitably large star. Would you like to eat this, Mr. Black Hole? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sure.
And then they do. But yeah, the reason I say that you might want to actually do that is because black holes are the longest lasting known thing in the universe that release energy or can provide energy. So,
are they? Okay, sure.
Yeah, they are. The last things in the universe will be black holes. So, if you were a civilization dependent on living around a black hole, you would want to throw stuff at it to make it last longer. Refuel it, essentially. So, yeah. Did you get any observations, though, if the star took relatively infinite time to fall into it? The thing is that it doesn't... So while you would be perceived going in slowly, because you have to bear in mind that if it did actually take an infinite amount of time for things to go into a black hole, we wouldn't have the very large black holes that we do have already, because they don't just form on their own. They have to have formed by eating other things. So things don't take an infinite amount of time to actually get eaten by a black hole. It just looks like it does. And the black hole itself does expand, and we can track the gravitational effects of that quicker than we would track the effect of light on it. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm saying about that. You would get observations in that way. It's why gravitational waves are being used for measurements in these ways. Admittedly, they do travel at the speed of light. I don't know much about gravitational waves. I think they also travel at the speed of light. But yeah, you could, while it would not look any different for a while, the gravitational effects of what it's doing to things nearby, you could be measuring sooner than the light stuff. I need to look more into gravitational waves. I'm interested about that. What's this other thing? I meant without expanding the black hole as you described. When mass gets close to the event horizon, it moves to engulf it before the mass gets into the black hole and expands it. So is what you're saying to essentially almost like drag part of the black hole in a direction? So like throw stuff at it like this and almost like expand it this way, sort of. Put a spike on it, essentially. So not to make the black hole bigger, but to essentially disrupt the event horizon in a certain direction. I think that's what that's saying.
You said. What you said earlier was
Yeah.
You get close to it, but instead of getting stuck, your gravity moves the event horizon, right?
Yeah. I think that would happen so quickly that that you wouldn't be able to really construct anything like that, because like the event horizon doesn't have to move much to no longer be in an equilibrium point. That's what it has to do. It only has to get past equilibrium point, and then you're being sucked in. So yeah, that's it, I think. And once you're in, you're now part of the mass of the black hole, so you're expanding it in all directions.
When do you become part of the massive black hole, actually? Is it once you reach the singularity, or once you go into the...
I presume once you're inside it, because the Earth being the size that it is, for anything outside of the Earth's radius, it doesn't matter if the Earth is as big as it is or was a single point. It will still feel as much gravity as it does.
Yeah, okay, gravity. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's true. So, surely the event horizon moves as soon as you're inside it as well.
Yeah, that's what
that makes
I'm
sense, actually.
presuming.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. As soon as you're inside the...
The thing is, though, if you redistributed...
You and then it redistributes itself.
Yeah, but if you redistributed the Earth, then its gravitational center would change. So...
This is true. So
like, if we moved all the heavy parts of Earth to one side and the light parts to another, the gravitational center wouldn't be in the center anymore. They'd redistribute themselves over a long time, but...
Yeah, okay, so if you had a black hole and you got a star that is like a large size compared to, like, a large weight compared to the black hole, right? And it absorbed the star, that would shift the like the gravity
the center of mass
itself would, right?
Yeah.
So surely that would shift to the center of mass. So that, it makes sense. And you do that as a person as well, but as a tiny person, that's almost no impact.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Where's the article I linked? I might need this. Oh. The thing to bear in mind about my comments on this is that these come from a question that I didn't know the answer to. Hang on, where is it? There it is.
I found it.
There it is. Right. There we go. I'll just not cover you up. For anyone who wants to read this, here you go. And
it is also, it's also in the thingy.
And I can't right-click paste in mine. And there you go. What the fuck? Okay. It was a very interesting article about the time-stopping paradox, which is, like I was saying, event horizon freezing and stuff.
This is a very fancy graphic.
Yeah, they've got all sorts. Do do do.
That's
Oh.
a good question.
Binning black holes is an interesting one because so essentially the event horizon doesn't become elliptical, but the singularity becomes what's known as a ringularity. Because the singularity is now no longer a point. It instead of getting a point
Does it
here,
have like a precession that it like goes around?
yeah, that point starts doing this instead, really quickly. So it moves around in a ring,
Interesting.
um,
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
which does have an effect, but not on the event horizon. What it does
Why
have
doesn't it have
an effect
on the event horizon?
because the gravitational center is still in the same place. The Earth becomes a ring. I mean, elliptical, not a ring, because the force of essentially the centripetal force of it being thrown outwards, that doesn't happen with light, because there's nothing being thrown
Yeah,
outwards.
because there's
That
no mass.
cutoff point is where the gravity is pulling in. It's not being thrown away by anything.
Okay, that makes sense.
It does have effects on space-time around it, in that it does that weird thing I was talking about earlier. But yeah, not on the event horizon. I'm calling donuts ringularities from now on. I like it. I like it.
They should.
So what was I looking for in this article? What question was it that I was confused by? Oh yeah, the expanding event horizon situation. Do-do-do-do. Okay, here's a relevant paragraph. I think you're on it as well. Before it crosses the event horizon, the black hole has a particular mass, spin, and event horizon radius, while the infalling particle also adds a slight deformation to the space it occupies. When it crosses over to the inside of the event horizon, its mass and angular momentum now add a supplementary contribution to the black hole's previous parameters, causing the event horizon to grow. From the perspective of the infalling particle, everything makes clear sense. This is talking about how the different perspectives someone observing something falling into a black hole would have, and the object falling in. Yeah, it was just the paragraph above that thing you were looking at.
Yeah, no, I was looking at a thing earlier which was similar, but it wasn't the same thing. Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, fuck you, Forbes.
I feel like this article doesn't make sense taking paragraphs in isolation. It went through a lot. Yeah, because the point it makes here is that the perspectives are both valid, yet also completely different. In one perspective, the object never enters the black hole. From the other perspective, it does. And it does so very quickly. So, yeah. Difficult one to piece together. Good old relativity. Not to mix these up, blah blah blah, and yet particles containing energy really do fall into black holes. Yes, they do. And cause those black holes to grow as they do so. To understand how this happens, we need to look at the problem from both perspectives independently. And only then can we see how to reconcile the seemingly paradoxical aspects of this puzzle. Physics is a little bit easier to understand if we view it from the perspective of the infalling particle. If the particle existing in the curved space that's presence in the vicinity of a pre-existing black hole finds itself on a trajectory that will cross the event horizon, it's a clear before and after scenario. Before it crosses the event horizon, the black hole has its particular size. When it crosses the event horizon, the particle's mass and momentum are added to the black hole's previous ones, causing it to grow. we'll ignore the outside observer for a moment.
What's this ergo surface they're talking about?
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of diagrams in this which I ignored. Blah blah blah. Tell me more about the internal one. So much light cannot escape. If we accept that definition, we can do a thought experiment that completely resolves this paragraph. Imagine that we begin with a black hole of one solar mass that doesn't rotate, with an event horizon of the exact size that our sun would be if it collapsed into a Schwarzschild black hole, about 3 kilometers in radius. Now let's take another one solar mass object, perhaps another star just like our sun, and let's allow it to fall into this black hole. What is going to happen? The material from the star will be ripped apart, stretched and compressed by the tidal forces of the black hole, spread out over an enormous region of space, and will asymptomatically approach the event horizon with every particle getting infinitesimally close to, but never crossing, the original event horizon. The thing is, with an extra solar mass of material at just a little more than 3 kilometers away from the predicted central singularity, we now have 2 solar masses of material in this particular region of space. The event horizon of a 2 solar mass object is 6 kilometers in radius, meaning that all of this material is now inside the event horizon after all. That's the resolution to this paradox. When matter falls onto a black hole, as seen by an outside observer, it only asymptomatically approaches the event horizon. But since matter has mass, that mass is now contained within a critical volume of space, and that causes the new event horizon to now encompass the additional material that newly accumulated around the black hole. It's true that material from outside the black hole, even as it falls in on an inescapable trajectory, will never appear to cross the original event horizon from the perspective of an outside observer, but the more mass and energy a black hole accumulates, the larger the event horizon gets, and that means that the newly infalling material can easily make its way inside the event horizon as it appears after that matter has made it to within a sufficiently small volume of space, close enough to the old event horizon to cause it to grow. Ta-da!
I wasn't really listening to what you were saying. I was reading myself.
Oh yeah, well,
but I'm sure what
I
you
was
were
just
saying
reading
was
it.
very important as well.
What I was saying is what's in the article. So,
Okay.
so there you
I
go.
know.
If you didn't want to read it yourself, I just read it to you.
The entire article.
Not all of it, no, but most of it. Actually, now that I look at it, most of it, yeah, pretty much all of it. I only skipped over bits explicitly relating to an outside observer, which is about 2 paragraphs.
The old event horizon will no longer be visible because the event horizon is now bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the reason you will continue to see the thing that fell into the black hole is because the light was still emitted. It's just taking a long time to reach you. Essentially infinite amount of time because it was emitted nearer and nearer to the event horizon. Admittedly, the event horizon has now moved, but it was emitted with the old one, and it's not going to be caught up on. I mean, some of it might, but that's just the limit. You have the limit of light approaching an infinite amount of time of how much reaches you. It becomes dimmer because it's more and more spread out over time. So yeah. While there is time dilation as you go in, it's not infinite time, as was the paradox. Lazy light, exactly. If only light would just be a little bit quicker, we could. Well, it wouldn't make that much difference. It would, but also wouldn't.
This is a terrible,
Excuse me?
This is a fucking... Okay, I'm looking at the images they use in this, and literally, like...
I'll just ignore them.
Half of these images have nothing to do with the fucking text that's right next to them. Like this, it's like ergosphere, ring singularity. They don't fucking mention ring singularities or ergospheres at all. What the fuck is the point of that? Why is there a fucking graph with like this shit?
Why are they
when
going on
half
about
of these things are not
ringularities?
mentioned. Like what?
Oh,
the
they
fuck?
mentioned the ergosphere. That's the name of the thing that I was talking about. The really strange area of space-time.
Yeah, which is just so fucking. I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah, the ergosphere is affected by the spin of a black hole. The event horizon isn't. It's nice to see a diagram supporting that.
Yeah, because it's like big. But
It's
also,
bold.
this is kind of like flat and wide, isn't it? The horizon? The outer horizon? Compared to this one.
Yeah,
which
but
is
so's
a
their
circle,
ring.
but this one's flat. Well, yeah, but No, the ring is like. We're looking at the side of the ring. The ring's like spinning this way.
I don't know what they've done there.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's because the rotation axis is vertical. So it's
Oh, they've got
rotating like
2
this.
ergospheres on that.
Well, yeah, it's like dupe.
Oh, I think I see.
It's like a kind of donut area, but the whole of the donut is
Right, so what they have there is the ringularity is moving round and round and round, and the event horizon is just following it round.
Yeah,
and
I think
as
that is the idea of. The
and as it's
outer
spinning,
inner
that
horizon
causes
thing.
it kind of to be almost to be bigger than it is because you've got essentially a black hole that's moving very fast in a circle.
Yeah, I think that is it, George. I think that's it. But yeah, I don't know. This is.
I don't think we should
confusing.
ask questions about their diagrams because they have nothing to do with the article.
Yeah, no, I think we should ask questions about them because exactly because
Because each diagram is an entirely different point. Okay, let's go through them in order. So, the first
No.
picture that we have
Please.
are some
Optical
pictures of
X-rays.
what they think are black holes. We'll ignore those. And then we have the picture that was actually taken of a black hole. And then we have this. Which is light. And then
Yeah, this is just light. I don't know. I feel like half of these images are fucking.
Oh,
useless. Okay,
interestingly,
I think
right?
yeah.
With space and time being flipped, when you go beyond the event horizon and you move towards the singularity, you would see the back of your own head, I think, or you would look backwards. I can't remember
That
which
is
one
true,
it is.
Actually, I've heard.
I think
that.
no,
You
I
see the
think
back
it's
of your
as
own
you
head.
approach. Yeah, it's
right?
as you approach the black hole, you see the back of your own head.
Yeah,
At
I've
very
heard
no,
that
that's
as
at a very specific radius though. As you
Yeah, because it's not even. Yeah, it's like.
where light goes in orbit.
Yeah, the light like goes around and hits you basically if you go to
Yeah.
the right spot. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah, once you're not inside the black hole yet.
Yeah, it's orbiting
It's-
around it and it hits your own face.
It goes like wee.
Yeah, but as you do fall in, you essentially get FOV sliders changed.
True. How are you doing?
So yeah, that's an interesting one. So what's the actual first diagram? Blah blah blah.
We don't.
You
I
have
think we're done with this. Honestly.
space-time moving. I didn't look at these because they were completely irrelevant. So I'm looking at them
Yeah.
now.
They're all. I was trying to like figure out what the connection was between them and the article, and it turns out there is none. Except
Yeah.
the fact that they're just black holes, which
Yeah.
I hate. It's terrible. Terrible. Like
Terrible.
at least use images that are useful for your article. But I don't know. I don't know. That annoys me.
Yeah. So to go back to George's question, maybe it does stretch in directions when it spins, but not in the same way as a planet would. In a kind of weird way.
Yeah, it stretches because it just follows.
Is
along with
moving.
the thing. But
Yeah.
like the way it was drawn there was like a big shape, but like it's obviously not going to be that big of a difference, like
Yeah.
in real life. But whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
I
What
think we're done
confuses
with
me-
black holes for today.
What confuses me about that is that it's also compressed vertically, with the inner and outer horizon. I've got no idea what's going on with that diagram, to be honest.
Yeah, that is a bit weird. I don't understand why it was smaller. Vertically. That doesn't make much sense. I don't get it. It's a weird diagram. I was trying to understand it, but there was no text that was explaining it, so yeah. Here you
Yeah.
go. We're done with
Okay,
black holes
brilliant.
today. Also,
Okay.
I think my drawing was pretty cute. But that's all. Okay. Should we go to the next one? You've looked at so many black holes that there's one in your eye. I can't believe it.
It's
Kind of my
happened.
Veritaserum level knowledge of black holes made me more tired than student psychology. Fair enough, George.
Yeah. Someone go and ask a question about the ergosphere so we can talk about
Speaking
that
of
at some point.
sticking things, we're talking about glue.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying. Add it
Such
in
a
for
good-
next time.
No, shut up. I made a really good segue. Because George said sticking
What
to
do you mean you made a
psychology,
good
and I
segue?
said-
We're
George
talking
said,
about glue.
I'm sticking to psychology, and I said, speaking of sticking, here's glue. It makes sense.
Oh,
It
sorry,
makes
I missed
sense.
it. I was in my own world.
Can't believe this. How does purple glue sticks that turn transparent when they dry work? I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you not have those?
No.
The super child-friendly glue that came in multiple colors. Glue sticks, that is.
Purple glue stick. Okay. I'm looking at it. Is it like this? We had Pritz over here. Do you know?
I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, that looks about right. I mean, yeah, it's even called it. What's it called? Elmer's. Elmer's disappearing
Washable
purple glue stick.
skull glue stick. No. It's washable. In
Washable.
case you want to wash your papers.
Do you want to
I
wash your
guess.
glue?
I don't really know why you'd want to wash it, but sure. How does it work? I don't fucking know. I don't know what this is.
I would presume
Drag
that it's
queens use
just
those sticks
the
to-
concentration of the purple pigment.
Drag
And when you
queens
actually
use those
applied
to
the
stick
glue-
their eyebrows because it's non-toxic.
What?
That's what
Oh.
George said. Thank you for the information. That's very
That's
interesting.
good to know. Yeah.
Have a good night, George. Love you. Okay, so they look like little grapefruit things. I want to eat them. They look tasty. I'm not gonna lie. They look like you want to lick them.
Don't eat glue, kids.
Do not eat glue. But also, it's non-toxic.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's
if
nice.
you want
Maybe
to,
do eat glue.
maybe do eat the glue. Have a little taste. Have a little taste.
What-
Only this. Only this.
What's the
No,
fatal level of grams per kilogram of glue in rats?
the fatality of glue.
The
I mean,
fatality of
what's-
glue.
What's
That was
wrong with
another
a bit of
movie I
glue,
was in.
You know, it's just a bit of glue. We should stop saying these things. Anyway, don't eat glue. But this is non-toxic, so you won't die from it, but you won't like it. So what's the point?
It might not taste good.
It will not. Yeah.
Anyway.
Why is it?
I would presume that it's just the pigment of it. That so little glue is actually used as a Pritt stick to glue something compared to how much glue's in a stick. That
No.
well,
but
it appears purple
what
in a
chef's-
stick. It's
what
not
chef
when
says
it
is
gets
if
put down.
What chef says is it turns transparent when they dry. So surely when you use the glue first, it's purple, and then once it's dry, it goes.
Is that how it works? I can't remember. It's been so long since I was a child.
Okay. Oh man.
I can't remember. I feel like the glue stick was purple, but when you actually applied it, it was clear straight away. Maybe I'm wrong though.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Both are an option, of course. But
I'm
I feel
old
like the more
and
interesting
red's
one is
poor,
the one
so-
that turns from purple to transparent. Where I guess that's just it's phase change, right? Because like it's as it dries out not phase change, I guess, but as it dries out, the pigment molecules, the purple molecules, like break up.
Thing is, it's
And they lose
dry
their
when it's a
colour?
stick, isn't it? Surely.
It's purple, so you can see the glue on the paper as you apply it, but it turns transparent when it's dry. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
So it's purple, and when it dries up. Well, yeah, it is dry, but as it kind of heats up, I guess, or whatever. Or, I guess as it's exposed to air, probably, it does a little like it oxidizes or something. And I'd assume the what it's made of, like the pigment molecules, break up to bind with the air or whatever, or just for some reason, I don't know, and that breaks the way it's colored, and that turns it transparent. I guess.
mean, I
that
guess.
makes sense. Because it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's very easy to change something from. Well, I say that. It doesn't take a lot, except like a few chemical bonds to break, for something to completely change color. So, I'm assuming that's how it works, right?
Aha, here we go.
There you go. That's got it.
Here's an article by johnthemathguy.blogspot.com from 2014.
Sounds like a great article.
Here's how it begins. Some days I watch paint dry. Other days it's laundry. Today I watch Elmer's glue dry. Yes, I know, everyone is envious of my exciting life.
Go on, I'm getting immersed.
Anyway. Where's the actual answer? The key thing that makes glue opaque and white is the combination of two components that have different indices of refraction. When glue dries, one of those components go away. Dried Elmer's glue is mostly just a monolithic mass of polyvinyl acetate, so there is no opportunity for light to bounce around. Light mostly just kind of goes right through the dried glue, and hence it's clear. Okay, so
listen.
hang on. There was
Explain.
probably an important point earlier that said why it's not clear originally. So essentially, a glue stick is molecules suspended in water. When it's a stick and or wet, those molecules can move around in the water, and the light can bounce off of them more, and their color comes through. When it dries, they get locked in place, and light entering them bounces around less and appears white / not colored. / clear / colorless
Interesting.
/ transparent. One of those words was the correct one.
You find out which one. Yeah, okay, that's interesting, actually.
Probably the last one I used was the correct one. Transparent. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's how they work. Job done.
Pog. So yeah, there you go. I hope that explained it. They're in a liquid, and when they're moving around, they're actually... When it's a stick, I guess it's still suspended in a liquid, but it's so viscous that it's kind of like hard. So, and then they're purple. It's unethical. Whatever we were saying is unethical. It's so wrong.
Is Chef messaging someone else as well?
Dry out. Is everyone gonna
Is
do
it-
dry out? That's fine.
Is this a response to
dries
George
out,
telling
so
Liam of their
they'll-
love?
Yeah.
Is George to Liam, I love you, kiss. Chef, that's unethical. That's what's happening here, right?
Oh.
Correct. Brilliant.
Also correct. I see. Sure. Let's blame autocorrect.
Yeah.
Do we see what the next question
Let's do it.
is? I asked, but I didn't wait for your answer at all. I just went for it, so fuck you.
Let's do it. Don't wanna
There
be
is no voice.
Don't play in the moonlight.
What do you mean glue sticks aren't
Good
unethical at
times.
all? Well, I mean,
Blame it on the snowflakes.
sometimes they're.
Ah, what?
What?
What a very modern thing to do. Blame it on the snowflakes. Anyway,
I think. Why do snowflakes form in hexagonal structures? I was a bit underwhelmed. I mean, what do you expect?
it's because of water being the way it is. Water molecules, that is.
Incredible. Thanks for your explanation. Next question.
Yeah. Because water's bent.
Excuse me, you can't say that.
Because water's bent, it likes to
You
make
can't
pretty
say
things.
that is actually very homophobic. You cannot say that. That is
Well,
not okay.
I've been cancelled.
That is
I
actually
always
not-
knew those
not okay.
snowflakes would be the end of me.
Shut the fuck up. Stop making jokes. It's not okay.
What do you mean? It's literally what you just did.
It's not okay.
It's literally what you just did.
This is not okay. It's time to stop, okay? The people are rioting. They need to know
Oh, not again.
why snowflakes form into hexagonal structures. And you're here making homophobic jokes. Wait, this is not okay. Okay, it's time to
Unbelievable.
stop.
Unbelievable. No. Well, maybe, but no. Not really, no. That was to Chef. That very precise answer. So everything that there is ever have been, when it becomes solid, it likes to do it in a certain way. Carbon likes to become solid in the shape of a diamond, which is why they look like diamonds. What is it? Salt. That likes to form squares. So if you get salt under a microscope, you'll see a bunch of squares. Yeah. Water. And so the way that these things become solids in these shapes depends upon their molecular structure. So carbon
Yeah.
is...
The idea is that the way water
What is it?
molecules form
Yeah.
the way they
Shape.
form a lattice, basically, the way they
Yeah,
link
that.
in together is hexagonal. I don't know, I can't draw it. Wait. I'll see if I can get like an image of it. But yeah, they form in a hexagonal structure. Here you go. They form kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna. Is this question? No, except molten sea salt. I don't know what that means. Sure, but yeah, they kind of form like this. So, because of the way, oh, you can't see. Because of the angle between the hydrogen and the oxygen molecules, because it's like, I don't remember the angle, 123 or something, or 112 maybe. There's a very specific angle. Whatever. Because of that angle, they kind of like form these kind of bonds because they have these hydrogen-oxygen kind of links that they make, right? So this is the hexagonal form, and if that is on small scale, but it also like spreads out in hexagonal shapes because of the way the tiling also would work, and that is why on larger scale they also make hexagonal-ish shapes. But yeah, so it's just because of the shape of water, really.
Yeah.
It's because of that film. Is that right?
Oh, is this another thing I've been doing in my life? Yeah, it was because of that time where I was
Did you see that?
I was going sailing, and suddenly
I didn't see it, so I don't-
there was a tornado, and in that tornado there were sharks. I don't know why, but they were there.
Are you
I
talking
had
about
to-
Sharknado? That's not what I was talking. There's literally a film called The Shape of Water.
Maybe there is, but I don't know that one. So
It won an Oscar, didn't it?
I don't know.
Did it? Did it not? I might be wrong.
Why didn't they just call the movie Bent? It's the same thing.
Fuck, because it's very straight and it's like it's a romantic story about.
Exactly. They could have done a heartwarming tale and called it Bent.
No, it's about like a water man beast person and a woman and they have sex or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see it.
How does that work? How can
don't
water have
know.
sex?
No, he's not made of water. He's a water creature, like.
Oh, like a slug.
No, like a
Oh,
creepy fish person.
huh. Well, there's hope for all of us.
It's true. Yeah. The Shape of Water is that film is why snowflakes are like this.
There you go. Case
go.
closed.
Hope you enjoyed that answer. You're horrible people.
I
Just
still
in general.
think that my answer is because water is the way it is. Just the best
Well,
answer.
yeah, but you have to elaborate a tiny bit because water is
God,
the way
make
it
up
is.
your mind.
What is an
Oh,
atomizer?
I give
How does
details and it's like,
atomizer
oh
work?
no, stop being so homophobic.
Stop
And then I just don't answer.
Can't
And then I answer
say
as con.
these- Stop speaking. How does an atomizer nozzle work? Wait, can you draw it, please? Because you've still got your black hole drawing. We've also
Yeah, I
still got
like
the
it.
topic of black hole because I forgot to change it. As
Exactly.
and change
What's
it.
an atomizer?
What is an atomizer? Was that you asking me because you didn't know? Or
Yeah, I don't know.
it's like when you have a nozzle on a spray can and it goes and it's like a fine mist of things, you know, and that it gets atomized. The idea is basically, usually it's just a very fine,
Yeah, like a misty thing, I see.
yeah. Usually the nozzle is just a very fine grill, so that only, like, it's like a sieve, you know? So that only the molecules can go through. And it's not like larger bonded things, so just the smaller packets of, instead of like big bubbles of water, smaller bubbles of water go through and they become mist. That's like the idea of it, really. And if you make smaller and smaller holes, less will go through, obviously, and smaller bubbles will go through.
Well, actually, Redox, what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
completely wrong.
is that really good atomizers uses air to make the mist. They appear to have an air intake, which,
Okay.
when being collided with the split water, makes it completely diffuse into the mist.
Okay. That works as well. I'm thinking
Yes.
of like the
Do
easy
not
simple
ask me
things
for
you put
any
on a-
further
on a bubble.
explanation.
But yeah, that makes more sense actually. Yeah, it's like the carburetor basically that we spoke about a few weeks ago. It just has air and the liquid, usually water or whatever, and the liquid is just sprayed in it in such a small area that it goes shoo. Yeah, it uses Bernoulli's principle just like the thing, because the idea of Bernoulli's principle is if you go from large opening to small opening with the same amount of flow, the speed has to increase because the same amount needs to go through, right? So if this same amount needs to go through this tiny area, then it needs to go quicker.
Mm.
That's like the basic concept of Bernoulli's principle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they do that, and then there's like also air intake, and it goes like there's very tiny things that have very high speed, so they get into the air, and then there's a lot of gas, and then there's a fine mist of binguses,
A
Also known
super
as-
fine.
also known as gas. Anyway,
Yeah,
Um,
whatever. Gas.
we've also created an atomizer nozzle that actually creates a mist that's so fine each droplet that comes out of it is equivalent to one molecule. Maybe?
Hmm?
Probably not. You'd have to have a lot of, like...
Oh no, that would be impossible.
Yeah, because that is like... First of all, your hole would need to be so small that you'd only be shooting one molecule. Like, you'd have to go, like... That would be Hadron Collider style things.
Imagine how much easier their job would have been. Oh, we can just put an atomizer on it.
But I mean, there they only want one. Here you want to find mist of a bunch of atoms. But then again, like, at what point does it matter? Because they'll instantly... Like, even if they came out all as atoms, like, because everything is always an atom, right? So, at some point, there's still going to be atoms that are... Like, you want every atom that comes out to be, like, unbonded to a different atom? Molecule, even? No, we're talking about... Yeah, we're talking about molecules.
Molecules here,
You
yeah.
want every molecule that comes out to be, like, unbonded to a different molecule. Which is, like... First of all, when you're doing this, at a certain point, it already kind of is a gas. Because they're just kind of floating freely. So... I guess once the amount of molecules you spray is so low that it's just kind of a gas, because at that point it might as well be one molecule, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, actually, because of that, yeah, if you are spraying it like that, then yeah, you are spraying it as a gas. Because when you think of the definition of liquid and solid, it's because molecules are bonded together. And gas, they're not. So, if you have one molecule of something, what do you have? What a deep question this is, because you don't have a solid or liquid. It lacks the properties needed to be.
Well, no,
It
there's
must
more.
be a gas.
There's more than one.
No, but if you have a singular molecule of an
But it's not a
anything,
singular molecule. It's a lot of singular molecules.
yeah, which is why it's
together
still a
form
liquid.
gas. Well, no. because
Yeah, a
they're-
vapor.
A vapor, yeah, I guess, because they're in.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the idea is if you go small enough that it becomes a gas. At what point does a vapor become a gas? Is a question.
When you unbond the molecules.
Okay, but if you keep going small enough, like what is the smallest you can go?
No, gas is defined as unbonded molecules.
Okay, but how much? How could you make a nozzle that unbinds those molecules? Is the question.
I'm gonna say no. I feel like in science fiction you could, and with enough energy. Yeah, you can. You make one that's boiling hot, and so anything that goes through it gets vaporized.
It's just a steam gun.
You make a kettle.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly, because you need so much energy that it breaks all the molecular bonds.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. And the thing is
So-
that to do that, you need it to be low pressure. So you can't do it by just like hitting it, making it so that like when you go through the nozzle, you hit it apart. Because that would make them more encouraged to become solid or gas. Like you can't force a molecule through a hole, because you'd have to put so much pressure behind it that you're making it harder and harder for yourself. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, it would have to be by giving it enough energy that it becomes a gas of its own volition, i.e., heat it up.
Yeah. So if you make the thing small enough.
If you could somehow make a really low pressure chamber right behind the nozzle, you could also do it that way. But at that point, how much is actually going to be coming out?
Well, yeah, you'd have. Well, in a way, just the air is a really low pressure chamber behind the nozzle. If you have a really high pressure chamber before, like, because the smaller the nozzle is, the pressure goes up, right? As well. Bernoulli's principle. I think that is true.
Yeah. Yeah, so at that point, you're sending through both this incredibly... If you send it through a low-pressure chamber to make it into a gas and then put it in a high-pressure chamber afterwards, you've lost your gas. And if you're sending it out of a low-pressure thing, you're not really squirting anything. You're
Oh,
just...
sorry, no. If it's smaller, there's less pressure.
Yeah,
Less internal pressure even.
yeah.
So yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, you need it to be hot. If you want to send out a gas, make it hot. Steam gun, make it hot.
Yeah. So I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think just making it a smaller nozzle would work.
No.
In the context of paint, if this were achieved, would the paint dry instantly on contact with the air? Well, the paint, there's no concept of being wet if there's no molecules being connected. So if none of the molecules are bound, they're just a gas. So you're just spraying a paint gas, which is just going to be in the air and not very nice for your lungs.
Yeah. At that point, also, would it be paint? Because paint isn't a chemically bonded thing,
Yeah,
is
paint
it?
isn't
It's
like
a,
one chemical. It's like
it's a solution.
Yeah.
So it's something in something else. So
it's a suspension, probably, right? It's just like
something like that.
some
Suspension, of course, not a solution.
solid in a a solution is just a mixture, right? And a suspension is a solid in a liquid, I think.
Yeah, I think solution may specifically be dissolved. Uncertain.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, a suspension. And so yeah, you would if you were sending it through like that, you'd boil off the water or whatever, because I presume there's some of that in it, and separately you would also boil off the thing. If you could somehow do that all at once and send it through, yeah, you could shoot both through, but it wouldn't be paint anymore. It would be water and everything else that goes in paint as their own thing separately, and they wouldn't all land together and nicely form paint again. Because there's a bit that has to go into that, I imagine.
What happened if you used a gas other than air in an atomizer nozzle? I mean, the idea would be the same because a gas is just generally a gas, so that would be fine. The proportions would be different because of you'd have different pressure inside of different gases and stuff, but other than that, it wouldn't change much, really.
Yeah, I can't imagine the weight
Can't
of the
see
gas
any-
would make too much difference.
Because Bernoulli's principle is just generally about any fluid, which means a liquid or a gas. They're basically just dynamically they're the same, kind of.
Yeah,
Except
I'm just
a
trying to think
liquid is
if...
just more annoying to work with, but...
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if the weight of the gas would make a difference at all.
Probably not.
Well, I'm trying to think, because I
you
feel
might
like a
have, a
heavier
slight difference,
gas
but-
might... A heavier gas would have larger molecules, and so would essentially be a less fine sieve, is what I'm thinking. While a lighter gas would be essentially a finer sieve. So I'm wondering if you might get a better atomizing effect from lighter gases. But I have no evidence to back that up at all.
Yeah, that is an interesting idea. I don't know. It might.
Maybe.
It might not.
But they maybe not.
Who knows?
And yeah, gas, solid, liquid, powder, same idea.
Yeah, if it's just a solid or a powder, if it's a liquid or a powder, it will. At the end of the day, you're making little droplets of something, whether those little droplets are solid powder droplets. Which, I mean, there's going to be a slight difference because if you're using a sand, there's one grain of sand is the smallest that is, right? Unless you break it into more things, but that's even harder to break than the liquid. The liquid will be able to become smaller than a solid would be. You still can't get to one singular molecule unless you have the perfect conditions.
In terms of
But-
what you would end up with, you'd end up with the same thing. Sure, you could send your sand through an infinitely small grater. Well, not infinitely small, finitely, but very small grater. And that particle of sand is getting broken and broken down into smaller and smaller particles of sand. Not particles of sand, grains of sand, I should say. Ignore particles. Pretend I didn't say that. effectively the same thing, but
Well, it is a
important distinction to
particle,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like it's an important distinction when we're talking about molecules because I feel like they get interchanged
Well, particle just
when they
means
shouldn't. Because a grain of
any
sand is a
thing.
particle,
Yeah. Anything can be a particle.
but it's also made up of particles. So
Yeah,
that's
so is a
why I
molecule.
wanted to avoid using that as
A
my
molecule is a
descriptor.
particle. It's also made of particles.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I tried to avoid that word for that reason.
well, too late.
Because yeah, you get a grain of sand, you chop it in half, you've got 2 grains of sand, and you can keep going. But yeah, essentially, it would stop becoming a grain of sand before you made it into not a solid.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's that question answered. I don't think we
Yeah.
can talk about anything else other
No.
than
No, we
that.
dragged that out quite nicely.
Yeah. Should we do one more final question? See what we
Sure.
get. See what we get. Let's see if it's interesting. There's a bunch of interesting ones on here. There's also a bunch of terrible ones.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, hang on. What did I do with my intermission screen? Because I know I tweaked. Oh shit! It's still the minion. Okay.
Wait, I want to see it. Oh wait, it's, okay, never mind. It's too late.
No. There you go. I put my intermission screen back up.
Oh, wait, I need to- it's just a minion.
Yeah, of course it is.
Incredible. I love
Exactly.
it.
We worked hard on that. I think we
we're
did that
talking
in the admin last time.
Yeah, the admin stream. How about Immortality? There's a semi-related video that we can look at if you want to. Do you think we, the human race, will achieve immortality? And if yes, what do you think it will scientifically look like? We've spoken about this before.
Presuming
time
this
ago.
is saying immortality rather than invulnerability, I
Yeah.
don't see why it would be impossible. I think that, yeah, it should, in theory, be doable. I reckon we could probably somehow make it work now. It would be horrifying if we were to try and do it now, but I reckon we could do it.
How would it work?
Good
Would it
question.
be like this? Would it be a
Well,
brain
let's
and
see
a
what this is. Oh.
spinal cord with some floating eyes in a vat?
You know what?
That'd be it.
Sure, why not?
What
That might
would-
be.
I don't know. What do you define as immortality? You don't die of natural causes?
Your consciousness persisting forever and being aware of itself and surroundings. I think that's like the definition for life. So yeah, as long as you continue to meet the definition for life.
I mean, the thing is, there is no real one definition of life.
Yeah, I feel like
Which
that's
is
a
a big
commonly
problem.
accepted. I think I maybe used that one from Star Trek. Which is just yeah, because I think the one from Star Trek is just what do they need to perceive? Awareness of themselves, awareness of their surroundings, consciousness, intelligence. I think they used intelligence, but that one got scrapped pretty quick. It was something. It was an episode to do with data. I've not actually watched Star Trek. I've watched this clip though because it was interesting.
Okay. Because if I look at the definition of life according to Google, the condition that distinguishes animals and plants from inorganic matter, including the capacity for growth, reproduction, functional activity, and continual change preceding death. Which
Ooh, continual
basically says
change.
A lot of nothing.
Continual
Also-
change is an interesting one, because I would presume for immortality. No, because continual change would be to do with cells rather than like your situation. Because if you're a brain in a jar, you're not continually changing. But I
No,
suppose
but
your
yeah,
cells
you-
would be.
Your cells would be, otherwise they die out, and that's like the whole idea, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So it's, I don't know, that definition is what humans and plants and animals and all living things are, is the definition. So there's no real definition of life. Well, I don't know. This is just Google. There's a bunch more probably, but I don't think
Yeah.
there's like one set
No, because
definition.
there are ideas for this. Like, I mean,
Or even,
venturing
like,
into
open
science
systems that
fiction, but
maintain
also
homeostasis.
possible.
There's another one I've seen here.
What, like plants? Oh no, that's
That
not
maintain
plants at all. That's the wrong
homeostasis
word.
are
Ignore that.
composed of cells, have a life cycle. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's so many definitions, but
Yeah.
it's hard to define.
The thing is,
on
for
its own.
immortality, what you don't need your cells to live forever. You need a way to replace them with new working ones when they die, and keep doing that despite old age preventing it happening. So that's all you need. Well, I say all. Yeah, that's it. You just need to overcome that, and then you're immortal. But that isn't, I would think, too difficult. I just don't know how it would be done at this point. But it could be. Like, you would either grow these new cells from, I don't know, like your own cells using maybe cloning or DNA or stem cells combined with both of those. Who knows? All sorts of things. But as long as you can continue to make your own cells,
you can continue to make your own cells without it being cloning specifically.
Continue to make cells that you can replace your own cells with. That's all you need to do. And sure.
Okay.
It might be more important to define what it means to be mortal. That death will occur.
Well, yeah, but
also, like, I'm making a
is
distinction here
mortal.
between immortality and invulnerability, because
Well,
I think that
'Cause you can
yes,
still
we could maybe
be
make it so that
killed.
we could live forever, but
in,
I
like,
don't think we
specific
can make it.
circumstances,
Yeah,
yes.
but I don't think
It's
we
not
can make
like
it
it's
so that we
impossible
can't be
to stop
killed.
it. Yeah, I agree. But how would that work? Because the thing is, we don't understand. I feel like it is a thing we could achieve at some point, maybe, but also I don't think currently that is an option, because you said we could do it or whatever, but I don't think.
Oh no, I don't think that the ways I propose doing it could be done now. I think that some horrible way of preserving consciousness could be done, like brain in a jar stuff.
I mean,
I feel like
that's ever.
no,
worked.
it's not being done, and it's not going to be done anytime soon. I feel like it could be done though quite soon, but it would take a great deal of testing, which by its nature is quite
Ethically
unethical.
is very hard, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it probably is an option, but the thing is, we still don't understand why humans age and things like that. We don't completely understand that.
Yeah, like as I said, it's because cells
So it's
stop being
hard to-
produced, but we don't know
but
why
they
that
just stop, and
happens.
we don't really know why they do that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to, like, how are we gonna stop that? You know?
Yeah, is there anything like that's been recently said about that? Why aging? Is that like, is there any answers to that recently? Why aging? Why do we age? When's this from? 2021. Brilliant.
Is it?
Oh, aging is
Health-wise?
likely caused by a combination of reasons.
Yeah.
Some theories suggest cells have a predetermined lifespan. Sure, but that's fine because they get replaced every few years anyway. Others claim it's caused by error and damage. Other theories say that aging is due to genetic, evolutionary, or biochemical reasons. In 2007, someone published an article saying that biological aging is no longer an unsolved problem. I'm glad to see that turned out to be true.
2007. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Good
that we
news,
solved
everyone.
Aging.
Aging was stopped 13 years ago. Shit. More than that, 15. Yeah, there's no consensus. That's for sure. Well, there we go. We don't know. Case closed. But yes, I think that the human race, within an infinite timescale which I've been provided in this question, will achieve immortality.
Yeah, we don't really know. Yeah, so yeah, we don't know why we age, so it's very hard to.
I would feel
very hard
confident
to
enough to actually.
find a way to define.
Yeah, we don't.
immortality and
Yeah,
stop
we
it.
don't know why we age, but I would say that we do know how to prevent aging, if that makes sense.
But not
Like,
infinitely.
we don't. Well, yes.
We can slow it down. But
No,
also,
I would.
even
Yes, but I would
like,
say that
no
we could
humans
slow
have
it
lived
down
longer than
indefinitely.
20 or something?
I would say that conceptually we could slow it down indefinitely. Not now, but even without knowing what causes aging, we could do cell replacement things that mean that aging is
Okay. Like, just...
almost
but if
abated.
we could, like, do a complete brain transplant, for example, and we could just repair, make sure that the, like as soon as the body gets too old, just straight up replace it.
Yeah, either
and
that or by continually producing or implanting new cells into the bloodstream, some kind of thing that just prevents cell decay or cell repair and replacement by artificially either doing it for the body or giving a new body.
Okay.
Yeah. Has
But
a brain
even then-
transplant been done? I don't think it has. I think a face transplant's been done.
A
And
brain
they're
transplant
slightly confusing.
has not been done. I think they were like, it worked on like mice or something,
Ah,
but I don't think they've actually done it on humans.
no.
We looked this up a while ago.
Yeah.
Or
I
like
think
full
yeah, I
head
think I'm thinking
transplant or something.
yeah, I think I'm either thinking of head or face transplant or something.
Even head transplant, I think that hasn't been done either.
I think it might just be face then.
Yeah.
Are you a 12-year-old child, chef? If not, I wouldn't be worried about going back to being one. Regardless of the immortality solution.
Okay, so they've tried it with monkeys, where they literally transplanted a head of a monkey, and it worked for a bit,
Oh,
but then it
someone shot the monkey.
no, it was the body rejected the brain basically because of the immuno response
Oh,
of the body, so they have to which is a problem with a lot of like transplants and stuff. They have to make sure
Yeah.
it doesn't get rejected by the body.
yeah. Well, in
'Cause
my
at
view,
the
it's
end of
kind
the
of
day,
like
it's a-
use your own shit.
yeah, I mean we haven't.
Oh, I see, chef.
Yeah, I know. If aging were stopped in 2007, I see. Okay, makes sense.
What have I been?
Yeah, it's
Not
interesting.
a good age.
It doesn't seem to have. Yeah, no one's done it. This is like the only thing that it says on Wikipedia. And other than that, is like challenges, and a partial brain transplant has been done in mice, and then a group of brain cells to a person. There's also a team attempted to do this, and then it says the team hoped that the cells would correct the listed damage, and that's where it ended. So, like, it's like they hoped this. We don't know if it did. Or
We don't know.
There's
We'd tell you if it
there's
worked,
no results
but
to it. It happened in 1998, but there's no results. We don't know.
they're
if
still
anything
trying.
happened.
They're still waiting for results.
Yeah, for fucking like what? They attempted to transplant a group of brain cells, and we hope that something happened, but we don't know. There's a link. There's a link to a resource, a source, even. But it's just stupid Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh well. Well, there we go, I think. That was aging.
Yeah.
Hello?
This article doesn't say much. Sorry, I was reading the thing.
Hello?
Hello, Vuki. I was reading the article that it linked to, and there wasn't much there. So yeah, I don't know. No one knows why we age. It's hard to stop. Like, we don't really know how to stop it. Find a way to replace brain cells as they die. Would we continue being the same person? Yeah. Then we get to the philosophical question of Theseus' ship.
Yeah.
Would we-
Well, you already replaced them all anyway, and you still feel like the same person, presumably. Well, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Oh dear. Let's move on.
Stop talking. It's really bad.
Let's move on.
It's really bad. I mean, it's
Let's move
not a
on.
good
I
look,
know.
to be honest.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, but just in general, are you the same person as you were as a child?
Well, no, but I feel like I've been the same person for a long time as an adult. More than like
I mean,
the
have you though?
yeah.
Or is
I'm
it
not.
just
I don't
because
even
you
look any
remember?
different.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a philosophical question at the end of the day, and I think we probably will achieve immortality in some way, but also not in a practical way. I don't think.
I'm confident enough to say that humanity will either go extinct or become immortal.
Those are kind of the two options. There's no other option.
Yeah, either we
Like,
all die
you keep
before we
going,
can. Either we all die before we reach immortality, in which case we still might all die, but I feel like
both
it's
might
it's
happen.
an,
This is true.
I feel like
We
it's
could
an
reach
inevitable
immortality and
thing.
then go
I should say, Voki, I don't mean enforced immortality. I mean, because Voki
No,
said I don't
everyone
like either
will
of those.
become Yeah.
I don't mean enforced immortality. I mean potential immortality.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to judge. We can speculate all we want, but like unless we figure out what the fuck aging is, it's gonna be hard to figure out how to stop it, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting question to think about. But
Yeah. Chef asks, how big of portions of the brain could you replace at once without losing memories? I think the biggest concern there is dying. I reckon
the
there's
biggest
quite a
concern
high...
is also where is memory? We don't know. We don't know where is memory.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we do, but maybe I don't know. I don't think we do.
No,
How many
I
brain
don't
cells
think we...
go into one memory. Do you have?
I don't think we
one
have very much idea about
separate
memory at all.
memory? What is like?
Chef,
Because
I actually, Chef, I remember a story about this. I was born about 200 years ago in a family house in the countryside, growing up with my brother. And I thought I was growing up with my father and my mother, having a great time. And then one day a man intruded on my house, and I was looking at him, and I thought he was an intruder, and I was very angry at this person because, I don't know, he killed my mother or something. And I ran up to him, and suddenly my bone claws extended, and I stabbed him. And then he told me that he was my father. And I ran off with my brother, who had fingernail claws of some kind. And we fought in a few wars and joined an elite team of specialized people. And eventually, I retired to Canada with my hot wife. And then I was called up to do something for reason. Oh no, my brother murdered my hot wife or something. Something like that happened. I can't quite remember. Either murder or kidnapping
like
of my hot wife. Something like
something
that.
you'd remember quite vividly, if anything. Honestly.
Well, we'll
It's a bit
we'll
weird.
get to that later.
Okay, yeah, fair.
And then, while that was continuing,
Brothers in
thanks,
English literature
thanks, Mum.
lecturer.
I'm thanks,
That's
Mum.
your mum.
I'm trying to tell a story here. And yeah, but I couldn't beat my brother because my brother was a very strong warrior, and he broke my bone claws. And then the guy who recruited me to the team came up to me and said, "Hey, we can make you stronger to fight your brother." And so I said, "Sure." And they put me in a pool and said they were going to bond me with bond me with adamantium. My brother's a very strong, short person, and so
Can we get some more information on Weed's brother, please?
and so I was given this metal skeleton, and then I
What are they
fought
made
my
of?
brother, and then I went to their headquarters where I fought a lot of people and found my hot wife, who was fine, it turned out. And then I teamed up with my brother to fight some weird thing that had a bunch of
Wait,
powers
but
from
why?
other things.
I thought your brother was bad. Why did you team up with him? I thought you killed
we
your
made up.
wife. Or didn't
We
kill
made
your
up.
wife, I guess.
No, my wife was fine. We made up. And then then I was escaping with my wife, my hot wife. Sorry, we've got to be specific.
Do you have a different wife as well?
Yes,
Someone-
I have a
okay, I see.
non-hot wife.
Does your whole wife like kickboxing?
I don't think this one did. Anyway, then as I was escaping, the guy who recruited me to the team shot me, and then he shot me in the head, and I lost my memories because he shot me in the head, and it went through my brain, but my brain grew back because I'm immortal.
I see.
And then I woke up, and I
So
Actually, we've
remembered
already
nothing
achieved
of
immortality,
that story.
what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
That has-
and then I
So
remembered
this
nothing
story
of that
actually has
story.
nothing to do with memory, but it does have to do with immortality.
Well, memory was involved as well, because I forgot all about my
guess.
hot wife and brother.
Okay,
And
sure.
Everything I just told you about is completely lost to me. I don't remember any of it.
How do you remember it?
What?
Where did you get the information to tell the story right now?
What story?
I hate you. It's just-
And then I looked at my
work
dog
out.
tags to try and find my name, and it said,
You looked at your dog.
I can't. What did it say actually? It said Logan,
Oh my god.
I think.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Pog. So, do you have any other wives that you want to tell us about? And do they like kickboxing?
No, I've forgotten them.
Oh, that's very sad, actually. Wait, but no, I've forgotten them. That suggests you do know of them.
No, I've forgotten that.
You can't just say that to everything. That's not how this works.
That's how this reference works.
No, it's
I
not.
don't know. Is there another career you would like me to have had? because
No.
unfortunately I don't have one which relates to this. You know, also after I'd been through all this, I became a taxi driver, and then some thugs cut up my taxi, so I killed them.
What the fuck?
And then I was working
That's
with a
illegal. That's a crime.
bold
mate.
professor and Stephen Merchant.
That's a crime.
And Stephen Merchant died in an explosion. There was a clone of me that tried to kill me, and
When did
some
Stephen
girl I was
Merchant-
looking afterwards. And then my clone did kill me, but he got killed by the little girl, and then I died.
What?
What?
I don't get the reference. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that one.
It's Logan.
Is that Logan? Wait, what? What's that about a
Spoilers.
clone?
There
I
was
saw that. I do not remember that in the slightest.
clone, the X thing, X-23. I can't remember what number it was.
Was that a clone?
Yeah, sort of, pretty much.
I don't
I think it was meant to be.
Was he a taxi driver? What were you saying about taxi drivers?
Logan had a taxi.
I
He had a
mean,
car. He had
He
a
had a
car.
car. Maybe. It might have been.
Oh, not X-23 then, but one of them was a clone that was trying to kill him. There was lots of clones of Wolverine, I think.
see.
I think they made a few of them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
X-23 was the girl. The little girl,
see.
that's the one. At least 23. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that makes sense, yeah. Remember he fought this weird buff Egyptian guy? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It was a whole age.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
Yeah. And
I
when you
went back in time once as
yeah,
well.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you went back in time. That was a good
That
one
was
as well.
weird.
That was a good time. Yeah.
That
You've
was
done a
weird. I
lot.
think I died with that as well.
Did you?
I think so. I think I got thrown
No.
into a lake.
Yeah,
That
but
may
you
have been a
didn't
different one.
die. You
Well,
were
I
still,
kind
like,
of did.
you-
Oh no,
you
I
still
came
have
back.
your
I got better.
immortality, right? Yeah, you
I did die, but I got better.
Yeah.
That happened to me a lot.
Yeah, like, okay, sure, you died, but you got better. Like when you were turned into a newt by that witch.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah. I think actually when I died, I was picked up by the guy who shot me in the head, all those years ago that I forgot about. And then he also, and then when he shot me, I wasn't metal anymore, even though he'd already made me metal. And then he made me metal again.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember the plot of half of the X-Men movies. I'm not gonna lie. They're
There
all-
was some, I think there was some overlap where multiple plots were doing.
Yeah, I feel like Chef says, some of it was like just retconned for no reason at all, half the
Yeah.
time.
Well, you say some of it.
Yeah, I don't
think,
know. I don't.
I think my first story that I'd forgotten about was retconned.
That might be true. I genuinely
Yeah.
do not
Honestly, it was easier when I
Honestly,
just went to
yeah,
space.
Can you make your life less confusing? More or less confusing, please.
It was,
Come on.
yeah, it was easier when I was just an astronaut, to be honest.
Yeah, you're just an astronaut. Well, a pilot in a
Pilot.
spaceship.
Pilot,
Yeah, going into a
an
black
astro
hole
pilot.
and whatever. Yeah. Wasn't there also some like weird thing that was like eating the grain or something in that?
I think it was
On
just
Earth?
dying, or something like
But
that.
there was like some plague going around or something, right?
Yeah, death,
Some weird shit. I don't remember. There was
poor
something weird on
environmental
Earth,
factors,
I
or something like
found
that.
A bit weird, but yeah.
The planet was dying. I think was the words that were used.
Very
you know,
strange.
Just
Very
pretty
strange.
vague like that.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, on that happy note, the planet is dying.
No, I
Sure.
fixed it.
And, well, no, you didn't.
Oh no, sorry, my daughter fixed it.
Yeah. Because your daughter was like, he's been gone for too long, we need to send something. I don't actually remember the plot of that film at all.
I can't.
I remember
remember
in the end you fall into a black hole
and get better.
yeah, you wake up in like some spaceship.
Yeah,
hundreds
that
of
was
years in
named
the
after
future or something.
me, but not me because it was my daughter.
Yeah, it's very weird. Anyway,
and she's still alive.
that was episode 14. We'll see what week turns into next week.
Yeah,
We'll see, because wheat is starting a transformation apparently.
I need to watch more movies.
Yeah, you need to watch more movies by next week so that you can have more references, I guess. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Holy shit. You know what? You know what else we're doing this week? You and
Yeah, I do.
Actually. That's right. It's Gartic Phone on Friday. No.
Oh.
We're doing. I mean that as well. Maybe if you want to join, that would be fun.
Get our Rocket League practice in. We need to know what we're talking about.
We should. Yeah, we could. We should actually play some Rocket League. Maybe fuck it. Maybe we'll play Rocket League on Friday to practice.
Sure,
And
ask
that would
Lime, because
really
I think they'll be
confuse-
interested.
That's like really.
Is Lime in
gonna
the tournament?
confuse-
Oh yeah, Lime's in the
Yeah,
tournament.
Lime's
Ditch
in the
Lime.
tournament.
Can't do it with Lime. That would be favoritism then. Voki, are you in the tournament? Yeah, you are. Favoritism again.
Foki's not in the tournament. What are you saying?
Is Voki not?
Foki's literally not in the tournament.
Who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of DJ. Sorry, Voki. You're the same color on Twitch, so it's confusing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Carrot's blue.
Oh.
They're literally not the same color. What are you saying?
Oh. Oh.
I'm pretty sure Carrot is blue anyway.
I always thought Carrot was orange because they're a carrot.
Well, yeah, that would make sense, but wait, Carrot is orange? I thought Carrot was blue. I swear Carrot is blue last time I checked. Anyway, speaking of Rocket League, do you want to see the teams? Do you want to talk
Is
about
now the
teams?
time for the reveal? Well, I suppose everyone knows. Who cares? So sure, why not?
Oh yeah, I've already showed the teams, but here they are.
Oh yeah, I actually had a
Very
look
small.
as well. I forgot though.
And very small.
Oh, yeah,
There's
there's
also
DJ.
names now. They've got names. This is
Oh.
a very wait. I have a plan. Can I do this? Yeah, there you go. And then we can zoom in. So
What
we
is
have names
this?
for
A
all the
Rocket
teams.
League tournament for ants?
Yeah. So can you read this now? I know. Team 1 is Jack's really good team.
Uh huh.
We have Overlight, Jack, Visti.
Mhm.
Okay. They've got the best and also the worst player.
Yep.
Also the best because this is ratings that they gave themselves. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see. Maybe we've played with Overlight before.
Yeah.
And I remember Overlight carrying us a lot when we were doing that. So yeah, I think Overlight is one to be scared of for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Judging by these ratings, I reckon we were a 6 because Lime's a 6, and I remember playing with
Yeah.
Lime.
Yeah.
We're maybe on the
I would
6-7 border, depending on the game mode, depending on
I'd
whether we
agree.
want to score an own goal or an actual goal.
Depending on it's true. Depending on how recent we've played as well, I think just in
Yeah.
general how much we've played, because I think that's true. Then we have the Vroom Vrooms, on team 2, Guided Lime Time, Isaac DJB and Joey. Isaac is new to the game as well, but I'm sure Isaac will do.
But has decent teammates.
Isaac is just generally a gamer as well, so
Yeah.
I bet Isaac would not be bad. Lime is also pretty good at the game. Joey is just pretty good at the game. So this is like average, a pretty good team as well. Then team Oh Fuck, because I asked for team names and their reply was Oh Fuck, and then we just went with that. Carrot. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. Carrot, Drunken Gator, and Champ. Which I've not played with any of these people, so I don't know how good they are at Rocket League.
No, we'll see.
So it's a bit hard to say, but it like this could be like the underdog team, that
Yeah.
comes
yeah.
up from the ashes to.
And then I see Storm has underrated themselves as a 6.
Yeah, Storm is rated 6, which
Yeah, but they're in as the good player, so it's fine.
yeah, the first one's always I'd say the first one's like the team captain, but also they can pick a team captain if they want to, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, and their name is Stab.
Yeah.
Because of STB, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. Who knows where the A's
Interesting.
come from? Oh yeah,
Jack's
Tuca.
really good team. Tuca, yeah. And Burakerni and some Lunatic. There's an A in all of them, That's like the one.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
one
But
binding
yeah,
factor
but
between them.
that's just not in order. so I had
No,
to
there's
choose
an-
where it
there's
came
an-
from.
no, there's an A in all of them that binds them together.
Yeah, but
In
it
the
had
mi-
to
in
be
the
an okay,
middle
sure.
between them
Oh yeah,
all.
okay. Blah, 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 blah. But it
Binds
had to be the one in Tuca because that's where it appears
There's
in the
two
acronym.
A's in Tuca, so they have to take one out. That makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Should have been Stub. No, they're not
Storm,
playing.
Tuca, and Bracurni. There you go. And.
Sure.
It's the A of and. That makes
Okay.
sense actually. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, these
That
are the
works.
teams. We'll think for bracket. Storm is asked to be not be in the first match.
Okay.
So Team Stab will be. In the
Well, it
second
should go
match.
surely 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
We don't have time for that because then we that's too many matches to have
Is it?
also finale and stuff. Yeah. So,
Is it though?
Yeah. Because
Is
I
it
want
really,
to I
though?
want to do best of threes. I've already
okay, that's
decided
fair
all
enough.
of this. Okay, I want to do best of threes, not just one match. So if we do
Yeah,
best
okay.
of threes, we do best of threes. Like we could do these two and then these two, perhaps as things,
As
and
best
then
of
the winner.
threes.
The
And then
winners
we
of
do
those
third
best
place.
of threes. Yeah, we do a third place match and then a best of threes. The winners. So third
many is
place,
that
I was
then?
thinking best of
15?
threes, and maybe even like something weird, like we give them Rumble or something.
Yeah.
Because that would be fun. Why not?
Yeah, and
then
they've
for
already
the, for
lost,
the last
so.
one, for the finale, I'd say best of 5. Well, that's
Mm-hmm.
what I've written down already. So
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
So what? 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, I've done like an average
30.
calculation. We're assuming we're gonna take time
Yeah.
to get everyone in the matches and stuff,
45.
and we're gonna take some breaks in between matches and stuff so that people can get like a
Yeah.
drink or like go to
Yeah,
toilet. Like, it's gonna be about
and
3 hours or
overtimes
something.
and resets
Yeah.
and whatever. Yeah.
A match on
Okay,
average,
yeah, that
like
works.
one match is on average about 7 minutes, is what I found online, is what a lot of people
Sure.
said. So yeah.
Yeah,
if we
okay,
take-
that sounds
yeah, I did some calculation. It's about 3 hours long,
Sounds good.
and it probably is gonna be longer than that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for this because it's gonna be good. I'm gonna make a little like graphic for every team. Have like a little logo maybe. I think that'd be fun. We'll figure out something to do, and I make like a bracket system. I think that I can show off on stream, so that we can see the bracket and stuff. And yeah, it's good. I also tried out the Rocket League Spectator. It's really easy. You literally go in and it just does it for you a lot of the time because the automatic spectator is really smart actually.
Nice.
So it just works really well. Anyway,
Just work.
yeah, this will be this Saturday in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yes, in 3 days at 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. my time, we start. So we'll be live a bit earlier. Okay, we'll be live a bit earlier.
That's
I-
the usual
okay.
time, isn't it? Oh, right. I see. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So I want to
Yeah,
start the
sorry,
first
I was-
match on like actually at 8.
Yes,
right?
I see what you mean.
So we'll be
Yeah,
live a
first
bit
match
earlier.
8 p.m. Stream earlier. I see.
Yeah. So we'll
Not
start
that
like
8
half an
p.m.
hour
is
or
earlier
something
than 8
before.
p.m.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
Yeah. You get it. Anyway.
I got you.
Yeah, there you go. That's this Saturday. You better not miss it because it's going to be exciting and it's going to be very fun.
Yep.
Very fun. So, now it is time to find someone to raid
Now it's time.
because we're done with this
Ugh.
shit.
What have I got? I have
What have you got?
Pedguin, Overlight, Joey. That I follow. That's it.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
see.
Well, there
there
are
any-
others, but it's Twitch
there any-
Plays Pokemon, Our Chicken Life, Pyrian, Harry, Yogscast, Attack and
Oh.
Streamer.
Attack on streamer.
A Tekken streamer.
I see. Why are we raiding the Tekken streamer then? Come on.
We don't want to do that. Trust me. trust me. It's not that kind of stream.
What the fuck? Okay, is anyone live in Gobs and Grams? No, it's just us.
It's just us. I was
It's
going to
just
say
us.
Pedguin because I feel like we never raid Pedguin because Pedguin's never live at this time of
This
night.
is true. We could.
However, also Pedguin doesn't need us.
This is also true. This is
But-
also true.
It is rare, and Pedguin did raid you not long ago. Can't remember when.
Yeah, this is true. Like very recently, just
Mm.
Monday even. I think was it this Monday?
I think so.
Yeah, we could do if you want to go Penguin.
Sure. I feel like my raid is going to be a stealth raid wherever I go, but sure.
That's fine. That's fine. Overlight
Also,
isn't
I will-
Gobs and Grams, but I meant the ones we've already.
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
weren't
yeah.
in there, Foki.
Yeah, only the ones I mentioned.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let's go. Pedguin's doing the new RuneScape Leagues
Yeah.
thing. I
Yeah,
don't really
and I'll-
understand it. I don't really know what. I don't understand RuneScape. Let's be real.
yeah, and I've got a couple of days off work, so I'll probably lurk and watch Pedguin until Ped goes to sleep, which may be a while because he's having a break. So
He's
yeah.
he's been going for 8 hours already, almost 9 hours. Who knows when he's gonna stop today?
yeah,
Don't expect it to be anytime soon. To be honest.
yeah. My
But
mum's
also it
saying
could be.
again to me having a couple of days off work. When was the last time I had day off, Mum? Every time I have a day off, you say again, no matter how far apart they are. Sorry,
When
we
was
just
the last time you had a day off work?
Christmas period.
That's
So
not-
beginning of
That's quite
January.
recent, actually.
Yeah.
It's quite-
Beginning of January. Ages ago.
Anyway, are we ready to go? We're going
Ages
to
ago.
raid because we're not gonna raid because Pedguin's Pedguin's raiding right now. Cancel your raid, quick! Cancel.
I didn't
it.
even start.
Okay, good. Pedguin's raiding Harry, so we're not raiding Pedguin. There we go. Okay.
Brilliant.
Incredible.
Brilliant. Right, Joey or Overlight then? Who do we think?
Who do we want to raid? They're both gonna be in the Rocket League tournament.
Yeah.
So maybe we shouldn't pick either of them because that's picking
Favourites.
favorites for the Rocket League tournament. They're
Overlight is
joining.
doing marbles. Okay, marbles might not go on for long, but also marbles is fun.
Is this true? Is this true? If she's doing marbles, that's the end of it. Is she
Yeah,
just
shall I-
starting her marbles, or is she just?
Shall I flip a bottle top?
Sure.
Okay. What shall we go with then? Do we want the inside of the bottle top to be Overlight, or the outside to be Overlight, or one to be Joey, or one to be the other?
Both of those, yes.
Okay. Overlight is the top of the bottle. Joey is the inside.
Sure.
It's Joey.
It's Joey. Okay. So that is Joey 676, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Who is?
Oh, never mind.
not-
Don't raid Joey.
No, Joey. God damn it! Why is everyone?
Shall I just keep going?
If you want to keep going, sure. I'll raid you if you
Got
want
nothing
keep
to
going.
do. What would
Yeah,
I
go
even
on.
do? Shall we?
Do
Do
it.
you want to play Rocket League?
Do you want to play Rocket League right now? We can just keep going. Fuck it. We can just end this and play some Rocket League. Honestly, maybe. Do I? Yeah, I do have insight. But to use that, I was raiding Ped, and then I saw Ped was raiding Harry, Joey, and then we were finding someone else, and then it's all gone
Goodness
wrong.
sake.
It's all
For
gone
goodness
wrong.
sake.
Now I kind of just wanna. Oh my god, Joey, do you want to join us in some Rocket League?
What happened to this favoritism?
What? Oh yeah, right. That's true. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Do you wanna? Okay, wait. We need to have a think. First of all,
Do you want to play the Monster Hunter Rise demo?
no, I don't. First of all, I don't have that installed. Second of all, I don't know if I'm actually gonna keep streaming. I need to save this first of all, so that I don't lose it. Okay, there we go. Need to save that.
Do you want to play Brofools?
No, I'm not playing that fucking game. I instantly
I've
uninstalled it
installed
and
it as
removed
well.
it.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's so shit. It was so shit. We literally can't even play it. What do you mean? Oh my god, it's terrible.
Yeah,
It's
that's
terrible.
true.
I'm not playing a game. If you want to keep doing a stream, that's cool. But I think I'm gonna stop streaming myself.
Sure.
If you want to play something, I might stick around. But
Hang on a
I'm
sec.
gonna stop streaming. But so chat.
Hi, chat. So I think I might play Monster Hunter then.
Okay.
because I'm going
Why
to
are
do
you
that
so
anyway.
zoomed in on your fucking face?
This is my intermission screen now. Look,
Okay.
it was the minion. Now it's me. Hello.
Dominion. Incredible.
So yeah, I have.
You know what you should stream? You should stream you
What?
pinning up Dominion on the wall so that it zooms in on it.
Fucking
That's what
gruesome.
you should do. Yeah, get a fucking
My mum
drill
would never forgive me if I
and
pinned if I
spike
cruised
it into the wall. You don't have to like fucking pin it like through Dominion. You can like
Well,
grab
how
the
would
top
I
of it
do
and
that?
slightly
Wouldn't
pin
have
it. You
anywhere
know.
to sit. Like I could
Yeah.
maybe sit him on the head of the bed, but it wouldn't really work. It's too thin. I'd have to move my bed.
It will work at some point. Anyway, we're going to
You
Wheat, so I hope you all
You
had a good time and
With Wheat.
enjoy whatever Wheat is gonna do because Wheat isn't gonna sleep ever. I guess I don't know. Who knows? Whatever.
Will.
We'll be
Just
back
like
on.
tomorrow.
I will be back on Friday, probably with Gartic. Maybe we'll do something else. I've not decided yet. Maybe we'll find another game to play because I want to do something. Maybe we'll do Rocket League. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. And then on Saturday, make sure you're here for the Rocket League tournament. It's going to be very exciting, and I am very excited for it. So, Pog. Bye.
Bye. Redox's stream.
I'm still there, but, you know, whatever.
Oh.